Hello, Superpunks. Welcome back to Los Angeles 2119. I'm Eric Campbell, the GM of Callisto 6. And tonight was my night to threaten Sam. So
you admit it.
Yeah, I fully admit it.
That's the difference between you and me.
Yeah.
I have nothing to admit.
It's true. You don't know what anybody's talking about. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, I did that.
Not even once.
So we're going to go ahead and jump into our thank yous tonight because we got a big game ahead of us tonight. So we're going to go ahead and jump into some of our thank yous for our wonderful sponsors who have been supporting the show. Thank you so much to Okie Dokie Dice. So Okie Dokie Dice, as a reminder, they're available in all markets except North America, and that's going to be launching at the end of March, though, so that's coming up. They've got all the different types of dice styles and sizes. If you haven't already, check out a really funny video that we'll be playing during the break. Really. Interesting. You can find them at okidokiddice.com. On all social media, it's at okidokidice. Also, a big shout out, of course, to our beloved friends and creators of the system, Monty Cook Games. They have a really... I'm excited because they're having me talk to you guys about Invisible Sun tonight. And Invisible Sun is something that I kind of in passing mentioned to the group, and everyone's kind of fallen. It's particularly Gina has fallen in love with it.
Oh, I got a demonstration at PAX. I swooned the whole time.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So Invisible Sun, the premise is that the world that you know, the world around you, is a lie. It's called the shadow. And the real world is called the actuality. It's a place of surreal fantasy, secrets, and magic. Monty Cook Games has just released the first supplement, Secrets of Silent Streets, which I just received in the mail 5 minutes before we went live, and I'm super excited to get into it, which will be your guide to the bizarre city of Citrine. I always get it wrong. Citrine. The city of notions where your magic-using characters make their home. You can download the PDF preview to get a taste of the setting and the game, and don't forget to use the coupon code MeasureZ for $5 off anything on the web store. Invisible Sun sold out on its first print run before it even hit the street date. And the second print run is in pre-orders right now. So check it out. I have a bunch of friends who I know online that all went in together as a group. Because the box set itself, I've been seeing gaming groups chip in and buy it together and run this game, and I've seen some live streams, and it's amazing. So go to montycookgames.com or invisiblesunrpg.com to escape the shadow. And I'm sure you guys are seeing it now, but the art to this game, I mean... If you look at any of the Monty Cook Games arts, look, I know I'm talking about our sponsor here, but seriously, go look at all of the art in the Monty Cook Games.
Those people had books for heads.
Yeah. No, it's literally like when I first opened up Invisible Sun, I was like, this is what Del Toro's stuff would look like if he got really high.
Look, I mean,
that's saying something.
I have enough body image issues without being presented with my physical ideal of having a book for a head.
I'm in this tweet and I don't like it.
One other quick announcement is our playlists are now live. Those are up. So all of our Callisto 6 playlists were put up on the Geek and Sundry Spotify, so you can go find them, including my own. And we're going to be there's going to be an article coming out soon where we're going to all talk about exactly why we chose some of the music we chose. I'm not going to lie, some of them was just because the title of the song just worked too well.
Look,
like, how could I not? Yeah. How could I not choose Rage Against the Machine when the album is called The Battle for Los Angeles? Like,
well, fuck you. I won't do what you tell me.
Which, by the way, I'm just going to say this real quick. I swear, and if y'all remember last episode, I was saying, like, I couldn't pick anything from the Spider-Verse soundtrack because I'm like, I know Hector's going to grab it. That is not the song that you picked that I picked. We both picked the Seawall from Blade Runner, which is a 9-minute track that's amazing.
So good.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
And when I was creating this setting with Sam for Callisto 6, that is all I listened to on repeat on YouTube.
I can confirm.
Was that?
All I listened to.
It's pretty good.
All we listened to.
Yeah.
Together.
I know, it's true. I put you through that.
The whole time.
I don't think
hours at a time.
I don't think there's any other announcements tonight, so we can go ahead and jump into the game unless anybody can think of anything. Are you really, though, for tonight? Are you really excited?
Wait, are you asking me if I'm excited to deny any attempts at GM murder and arise victorious because I am? I'm excited.
That's getting gift.
Right before we started, Eric threatened us, and he was like, Bonnie was just the beginning. He did say that.
You always put us on blast.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Respond to Sam somehow. They're very intimidating. All right.
Don't like it.
I'm just a little timid.
It's going to be a big one, guys. So let's go ahead and begin tonight's episode of Callisto 6.
Live reports are coming now. A battle has erupted over the skies of downtown Los Angeles. The Callisto 6 are in the fight of their lives with mutant commandos who are trying to help the supervillain Dr. Jerome Blair escape police custody. In a pitched fight, the team suddenly found itself with their backs against the wall, as Jerome began to unleash his toxic powers with even greater proficiency than he had before. Luckily, the team was able to secure him back in his cell thanks to a daring maneuver by the team's technopath and their mercenary ally, Koschy the Deathless. But not before one of their own, Hops, succumbed to the brutal onslaught of Dr. Jerome's poison. Now, as they plummet from the sky, they must act fast to defeat Dr. Jerome's rescuers and escape before it becomes too late to save Hops' life. I'm Hakeem Sophia. Rest easy, Los Angeles.
And that's where we begin tonight. In a stalled prisoner transport ship, 260 feet above the streets of Los Angeles, getting ready to plummet from the sky. Hops has been rendered completely unconscious and her heart has stopped. The medbot is currently trying to resuscitate her. Koschy is about to enter the prisoner transport. You guys are currently in a vertical state. This thing has stalled straight up into the air. There are still 4 minions, these security soldiers, that are in the back with their backs kind of against the back of this transport. Standing upright, however, thanks to the boots that they've got on, at the front of this transport is Oya, who's positioned herself right on top of the windshield, has looked in the window and can see everything that's going on. We also have Anton wrapping your arms and limbs around Hops to keep her safe so she doesn't drop, her body doesn't drop away from you. And in a very desperate situation is Cass, who has been critically wounded by sustained combat with these guys. The stakes are very high. They could not be higher for the team.
So Hops is technically dead right now?
Hops is clinically dead right now.
Technically dead is the best kind of dead.
You are still in that area where there's possibility, but you need to get her to a medical facility or something fast. Right now, the medbot is stabilizing her if it can, but in order to do that, it needs uninterrupted medical. It needs its space to enact this medical procedure on her to save her life. And these 4 villains who are at the back of this bus don't look like they intend on letting up. And that's where we start tonight. So, do we remember whose initiative it was? Lacey? Was it was Luma's, or was it
Luma acted to instantiate the medbot.
The medbot.
Right, the medbot.
Because she is a boss. That was the final
Luma.
action that took place.
So we're at the top of the round then with Eliza.
So apparently the medbot needs more time.
Yeah. So I'm going to have the medbot act on the same term that Luma went on, since it was her action that brought the medbot out, which means you guys got to make it to the end of this round without that bot being interrupted.
I'm
last.
You're next.
Yeah.
Your next turn, not this one. Got it. Okay.
Just quick
Yeah.
question.
What's up?
The medbot activation happened sort of immediately after the takedown of me and Hops, right?
Yes.
That means that this round we're about to play is the one where I don't have a turn because I just got poisoned.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Damn it, Amy.
I was trying to talk my way out of it, but nope.
It's in my notes
happening.
anyway. So you're
Yep. In my head, we're past that, and it's fine.
All right, Oya.
Okay.
Just so you know, to your left and your right is a plummet from an astonishing height. And you are positioned on top of a windshield that's on this transport. And literally to your right, you can see traffic moving hundreds of feet below you. And then the small strip that you know up close is actually the 10 freeway down below. And buildings scattered. It's like looking at a map from overhead. So, what are you doing?
Question: does Koschy go after or before?
He's going to go before them.
Okay.
Koschy goes right before them. He's literally the action right before them.
Okay.
Yep.
In that case, and Jerome is still at the back.
Jerome is currently locked into an energy prison. So he's handled.
Okay, good. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Okay. I don't know if this is an action or not. Can I turn around and look at the ship and just say, do you still have that thing? The thing?
Patch?
Yeah. Medical thing?
Are we that close?
No.
So they can't hear me. I'm just yelling.
No, they can hear you. You guys are on comms.
Comms.
But
right.
but like it's not something she can hand to you if that's what you're asking.
Or throw.
It's possible, but that's tricky.
And we'll have to
because you
I was going to say, I can't throw you it in
It'll
a
just
really
be-
long time.
Maybe later.
Yeah.
Maybe later. All right.
But I tell you what, if you want to do an insight check, I'll give you a piece of information.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. So, just as a quick reminder, insight costs 3 intellect points and it's 1 action.
Ooh, well, you know what? I'm gonna. Oh, wait. I'm gonna save my insult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Save your brain.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to climb in.
Okay.
So,
I'm not going to have you roll for it. You just kind of like slide in.
is that my move or
I would say that's your short move to
Okay.
get inside.
to get inside? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Amy is passed out.
No.
Non-conscious.
Cass is technically, you can tell Cass is alive and active because they're gagging right now. They're coughing and like you can see kind of, like,
poison.
spitting out of their mouth as they're trying to get this poison out of their lungs. You see very visible, it's very clear that something is very, very wrong with Hops.
Yeah.
She's not the right color. And Cass has the same coloration beginning to take effect all over her skin.
Okay. I remember we had ciphers that have not been used.
That's correct.
And I remember that she has a medical one.
She does.
Hops has one. So
Yes.
I'm gonna go to her.
That was the inside check. Okay.
Oh, really?
So Hops,
I'm glad I didn't spend for that.
yeah, Hops has that on her person. It's in her pocket, from what you remember.
I want to check her.
Anton is currently about, I
Oh.
would say, so Anton's maybe about 10 feet away from you, hanging. Because remember, you're at. So right now, you're literally on the driver's seat, looking down into this transport, and they're hanging. And at the back of the bus, lined up like a firing squad, are these 4 goons who are attached with their magnetic boots and tactical gear. A lot of them have helmets on, but they look like SWAT team members with helmets on. Their skin also doesn't look like the right color. You're getting confirmation that these are exactly what Anton said they were.
The undead.
Yeah, if not undead, then certainly they're not at all well, as Monty Python would say. So that's the position. So if you want to get to Hops, that's going to be an action just getting down to her, and it's going to be a roll because you're going to be climbing down or jumping down into this bus, getting closer to them.
I'm gonna yell to Hector, check her pockets, because Hector's with her, right?
One last thing, information I want to give everybody. The transport is currently in a stall.
Right.
Which means just for narrative purposes, I'm going to have this happen on Lacey's turn. But when Lacey's turn hits, this thing is dropping out of the sky.
Oh dear. Okay.
Unless, as I recall per the previous episode, we make a hell of a piloting roll that it might not drop out of the sky because I've very
Correct. So
not
what are you
killing
doing?
my friend with fall damage.
Those are the situations.
Okay.
No.
I yell to Anton. Anton, check Hop's pockets. Can you go to her pockets? And then, I wanna.
You are, yeah.
I wanna freeze Amy time. so that she can't breathe in any more
Anytime.
poison. She won't get sicker. She won't metabolize any more.
Well, you accelerated the effects last time, so what I'll do is if you want to do that again, and that'll give Amy her action so she can do a recovery roll. So then I think we had you spend intellect points for that last time.
Yes, I don't remember how many.
I don't remember how many either, but this time it feels right to ask for 3.
Okay. Yep.
So we'll ask for 3 intellect points. As you step outside of your power balance, it's draining, Oya. Focusing time and space around your friend is kind of outside the purview of things that you've really practiced. It's something you can do. And as you focus on Cass, you begin to feel time just, again, you begin to feel this poison just somehow, miraculously, you feel the ability to exhale this poison. It happens all at once where you get this gulp of fresh air coming into your lungs, and you're going to have your action next turn. Go ahead and spend your points. Oya saves the day. So we're going to move to the next action, which is going to be you, Cass.
Do I have like a purple glow or anything visual that happens when this happens?
I don't think so. I think like last time yes, maybe you do have a slight glow. And like last time you just have a sheen of sweat after because you've sweat out some of those toxins.
Holy shit.
She's born with it. Maybe it's time.
I'm gonna make a recovery roll.
Okay, make the recovery roll.
Yay.
So it's 1d6 plus your tier, is that correct?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So 1d6 plus 2.
I can't remember how dice open.
I thought it was 2d6.
Is it 2d6? Is it a die per tier?
I might be wrong though.
I have down 1.
It's our first recovery roll.
Okay.
1d6. At least one person has done it before.
Is that right?
Yeah, plus tier.
Plus 2. So 1d6 plus 2.
Okay.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
First recovery roll, that's correct. 1d6 plus tier points divided among stat pools. So how do you want to do it? What'd you roll?
4 points is better than nothing.
Yeah.
You rolled 2.
I rolled a 2.
Remember, you can spend die rolls to reroll anything. Or you spend XP to reroll anything. Although you might, with those d6s, man, you might roll worse. So you never know. Okay, so you're going to get back 4 points to your might. Is that correct?
I think I get to decide how the points go.
You can divide it up any way you choose among your 3 stat pools.
I'm going to put 1 back in speed and the other 3 in might.
Okay.
Which brings me to 1 and 3 respectively.
I'm going to give you partial cover because of the situation right now. So they open fire on you. They're going to have an increased difficulty to hit you. Not that they're aiming at you.
Wait, what are your stats right now, Amy?
I have 1 point of speed, 3 points of might, and 2 points of intellect. So that takes me back up from debilitated to just impaired, damage-wise.
So that's good. That means basically you just can't get benefits from high rolls, not like you could when you weren't impaired. All right, so that's going to be that was a pretty vital action.
Yeah.
Saving the day, Oya, saving the day.
I'm thinking all these, some very complex thoughts about the joy of this combat draining out of us and everything being suddenly very real and all of this, and all I say is, thank you.
You're not gonna die on me, okay?
No, man. How's Hops?
That's your round. So it would have been Hops, but next up is Hector. So Anton, you are holding Hops right now. She is completely lifeless in your arms. You have these guys at the back, down below in the transport. They're all aiming their plasma rifles up in your direction.
I have 2 might, 0 speed, and I have 15 intellect right now. Am I impaired or debilitated?
You're impaired.
I'm impaired.
So what that means is
Plus 1 effort per level.
That's correct. It's going to be a little harder for you to do things, and it also means you're not going to get bonuses from high die rolls.
Correct. Gotcha.
You'll get a point, as opposed to the scaling successes of the die roll. What's Anton do?
If I let go of Hops, she will fall because we're like vertical right now.
So where you're holding on to right now is actually one of there's not only one energy cage in this transport, and what you're holding on to right now is one of the pillars in this in this transport itself. So you're like holding on to one of the sides of these things. There's 2 more, and then the one Jerome is in at the back of the transport.
So there's other potential energy shields or prisons that I can activate?
You could probably activate them, but right now what I'm saying is there is actually a metal shelf that you could put Hops on if you wanted to get her out of the way.
Would she be safer if I did that?
She would, but the medbot has to come with her,
Right.
which means I would restart the action all over again to save Hops.
Because the medbot
has to
is
come with
doing
her.
something right now.
You're literally removing her from the medical procedure that's happening.
Gosh.
You either got to stay still. These are the decisions. It's Kobayashi Maru.
Okay. Split second. Can I look around? The way that this prison transport is set up, Dr. Jerome is in the back and he's got this force field. Are there other levels of force field that I could activate to trap the bad guys in, or no?
No, because they're at the back of the transport at this point. So it'd be literally like trying to use one of those those mazes that you have a little ball like moving around and try to get it in the center. You would need to literally angle the transport so they would fall into one of these things and then activate it. And right now y'all are...
They're not already standing in one.
No, they're at the back. They're literally like lined up like a firing squad side by side with their plasma rifles out, magnetic boots on, looking up at you guys. You are presenting smaller targets because the angle in which they're shooting at you is almost the same as prone. So I'm going to increase their difficulty to hit you guys.
I'm going to make it even harder for them to hit us. I'm going to try to do something. You tell me if you think I can do it.
I have a feeling I know what you're going to do.
With whatever physicality I have and holding on to Hops, I'm going to try to... I'm holding her in what? Both of my... One arm? Because I have this thing. So I'm holding her in one arm, right? God. All right. I'm going to use my lower half of my body. My legs and from like my sternum. That's what that is, right?
Yeah.
All the way down. And I'm going to try to expand it and fill up the entire prison transport as a huge shield/target, effectively.
If you spend 2 might points, I'll give it to you.
Then I will be at 0 might.
I'll give it to you if you spend 2 might points. And you will officially completely obscure Hops and everybody else.
I did it, and now am I debilitated?
Now you're debilitated.
Because I have speed and might at 0.
Are you? Oh my gosh.
But
What is your intellect points then?
15.
Okay.
I'm a smart boy.
So-
I'm
But you can't
dying.
Anton,
I cannot move. Cannot move.
Seeing the situation, pulls Hops closer to his chest and then kicks his feet out in front of him, and his legs go, and you hear Anton going, as he expands to the entire width of the inside of this transport. You are pushing yourself to the limit, holding on as you expand outward, blocking. You guys lose complete visibility of the back as Anton basically becomes a human shield. That's Anton's action. Next up is Kachi. And Kachi goes, I was going to do that, as he slides in and takes this moment to reload his gun. And he slides the gun back into his holster and goes, Anton, give me your hand.
Which hand is he pointing?
He's holding out his hand to you, and he goes, so if they shoot you and you drop, I catch you. You grab him. The cybernetics immediately, like, he holds on with very little problem. He kind of arcs his arm around and he's like, can you get her up to me? Try. If you can't, I hold you. Try. And he looks out the window just in time as you watch the horizon. It was dipping down, and it's starting to... You guys are already starting to feel the effects of the momentum, and you see Kochi's eyes widen and goes, oh, this is not good. This is very not good. So Kochi's got you.
Can I still move her up?
Yeah,
I'm gonna move her up.
You move her up.
Hops. Hops' body.
Okay. He immediately, looking back, and he goes, okay, let me figure this out. And he pulls himself up, kind of angling you a little bit, wraps his leg around the ladder of this, of the ladder to get up into the turret. He wraps his 2 legs around it and then just leans back and grabs Hops and you and holds himself there. And he says, get ready, my friend. This is going to hurt. It's their turn.
Oh God.
You all hear the muffled shots of plasma fire erupting from the back of the bus. I'm not even going to have them roll because there's no possible way they could miss you, Anton.
That was the point.
However, it's time to break out that power. Take a d6. There's 4 hits on you. So take a d6 and roll
4 times?
4 times.
Oh man.
That's not
Oh
nearly.
my gosh.
I have 15. I got
they-
15 intellect
You have a
points
shot
to spare.
here. You really do. And remember, if you've got any XP,
Oh, what's the base damage on those guns?
I have XP.
the base damage,
Yeah.
it's higher than 6.
I got your XP here.
So if I roll this, this is how much damage I take for one of those dudes,
Instead of
right?
8, you take whatever the 1d6 is.
5.
Now reduce that by however much your abilities let you reduce it.
Oh, okay.
Do you have an armor rating or any kind of soak or anything like that?
Yeah, you got leather jacket. You got a jacket. That's 1 at least, right?
I mean, I have my
Yeah.
fluid synth
No, that's
skin
true. Your suit. No, your suit
That's
counts as 1 armor.
1, and then
So
that's it.
So then you take 4 points of damage.
Thank you. That I was like, that's where that goes.
I know. I only just figured that
How
out.
much
Mine
money
is
do I
0.
have? Why am I getting distracted?
Take
Lay
4.
out of this
So you
thing.
only take 4. from
Okay,
that.
cool. So now I'm down to 11.
Does Anton actually think
Wait,
how
you're
much
at-
money do I have in this moment?
Yes,
You're
I'm
at 16.
15.
Oh, I thought you were at 15.
Yeah.
So here's guy number 2. 1. So nothing.
So
because
nothing.
of the
Like
arm.
that.
Soaked that completely.
That every time.
Good.
Guy number 2. Guy number 3.
Star Trek. Oh,
Lord, I don't
Yeah,
count.
when it
That's not
counts.
good luck.
No, it's
That's
4
not
dice.
good luck. Guy number 3. 4.
So 3.
3.
3 points.
okay. All right.
So now I'm down to 8.
Oh my gosh.
And then the last guy. Good news is I'm not gonna die.
Yeah, you're out of the woods.
Because I have more than 6.
But Katsuchi was right. This hurts.
4.
So 3.
Take another 3. So I'm down to 5 intellect, and that is it.
You're hearing the shouts of Anton just, and the muted fire of these rifles in full auto. Just, that's their round. So now we are to Lacey. Lacey, you all on the transport suddenly feel that lurch in your stomach as the momentum has completely frozen and you've begun to drop.
Okay, so right now, it's doing that. I haven't.
Let me put
Because
it
it
this way.
went forward and then it went up.
Yes, it
And
went
now
up.
it's going to fall
but
down.
how it's going to fall,
down.
I'm going to let you determine. It
Right.
can do this. It can go sideways. You have a control here.
So, I have my ability, coaxing power. What I want to do with it, now that we're in the stall, is boost it so that we roller coaster and loop so that we can make it into a landing.
So you're basically angling the fall so it goes. You're
And
tipping the top
giving
over
it
the.
juice so that instead of stalling out, we perform a loop
gonna
and then end up forward.
Okay, cool. You're not going to be able to gain too much altitude, but with that maneuver, I'll let you
Yeah,
pull
it's
it.
really just to make the momentum go.
So you're going to juice it for power.
Yep.
This thing
That's
is,
an action to initiate. So
Okay,
that's
and-
basically just what it's going to do.
And so, does that cost you any intellect, or does your edge?
Yeah,
cover
my
that?
edge eats it.
Okay, cool. So then that's going to flip. I'm going to have you. So that's what's going to make it possible to perform this maneuver.
Okay.
But the ship itself is, again, it's not an F-16, so you're going to have to like really pilot the frack out of this thing. So I'm going to need you to
Cool.
roll.
I learned to drive last week.
Yeah, no problem, right? So I'm going to need you to make your piloting check as you
Okay,
do.
cool.
And I'm going to set the difficulty here at 6.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. So, there's that burst suddenly as y'all are about to fall. There's a lurch again as the ship goes, and then it tips up backwards, and you all watch the horizon do this. And Oya, you look up the windshield. Suddenly, you see the horizon tip, and now you're looking straight down at the city of Los Angeles as you all just flip in the air. And instead of plummeting, the boosters catch in as the repulsors activate once more, and you basically start going down, but it's not a fall. You just... And Luma, y'all in the back of the transport looking back, you see this crazy maneuver. You see sweat beginning to form all over Lacey's brow, and they're just kind of staring. You can hear the breath coming hard out of their mouth, and you watch as this thing tips over the side, and it starts to vanish from sight and recover as it begins to dip down and actually moves away from the traffic flow underneath and starts heading towards city proper.
Driving's really hard.
You're already a pro.
Luma,
Yeah.
what you doing?
Quick check-in. Everyone's got their eyes, fingers, toes. Everything okay? I'm encouraging. I love you all. Please stay alive. Please stay alive.
You hear
Defense tasks. Please do it well.
defense tasks are
Yes.
up? Okay. So everyone's defense tasks. So everyone's going to get increased ease on the defense task. So it's going to be harder for them to hit you.
How's
But
the medbot doing?
as you're saying all of this, you actually hear stabilizing, 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 stabilizing.
Can we all hear that too?
Everyone's
God.
hearing the medbot through Anton's. Anton, you're in agony, but you actually see the medbot hovering in front of Lacey. You got the round you needed to stabilize her. You managed to protect the medbot from being destroyed. And you hear all sorts of clattering, commotion, and banging sounds as the transport has flipped over. They may be standing upright, but they were not prepared for a maneuver that was literally going to knock them around the way it has. And as this thing begins to dip, Anton, you feel things hitting against the bottom of your legs, clattering against you. And you can see now you're at sort of an incline, or you're at a sort of a decline, rather, moving down towards the cityscape at a rapid pace. It's not an uncontrolled fall, but y'all are descending pretty quickly. And you're watching the transport move away from, I always want to call her Abigail. I'm so stuck in TVD days. Amelia, as the transport moves away from you guys. So we're going to start at the top of the round again. Oya, you've managed to keep your handhold. You guys are back in a stable position so you can put your feet down onto the ground, but it's very nauseating and it's kind of hard to keep stable here.
Question for you: with all of the rocking and rolling, do I maintain my shape or do I lose it?
You tell me.
I lose it.
Okay, when you lose it, a plasma rifle flies past you as one of them lost their grip on it. And flies right past you, Oya, and clatters against the windshield.
So now I've just basically retracted my legs and lower half of my body,
Smoke
kind of back
is
to me.
coming up all over from the lower half of your body. The suit, however, remarkably has held its consistency.
I am shot.
But there are blackened burn marks all over your legs and the lower back.
Anton, holy shit, Anton, what are you doing? Oh my god, that was amazing, but
These guys have literally been swatted around the inside of the transport with nothing to secure them but their feet. They have been played like rag dolls up against. And Jerome, by the way, doesn't look so hot either. Looks like he got, if you could, throwing a tennis ball on the inside of like a room, bouncing it across the walls. This kind of looks like Jerome got messed up from that fall.
Dang.
Oh no.
Oh, too bad for him.
And y'all are in a decline now. So, Eliza, what are you doing?
I'm gonna run over to. Are they on the same side of the transport or?
Who?
These two, Anton.
Yes. Okay. And Kochi has everyone is stabilized now. Everyone's like their feet on the ground. Everyone has managed to pull themselves together.
I'd like to run over to Hops and Anton.
Okay.
And I want to search her pockets.
You immediately pull out looks like a small metal cylinder that has a cap at the end of it. It's a pen.
Okay.
One of the ciphers that y'all found earlier.
Yes. Oh my God, I knew you still had this. I love you so much, Hops. Oh my God, you're not dead. Thank God. I want to look at the three of them and who needs it the most?
Hops.
Okay. I just jab it at her.
All right. That cipher gives you back immediately 8 health, I believe. So let me. Actually, I think.
Wait, we can give 8 health to Hops?
Yeah.
Yes.
She had it in her pocket.
She had a cipher in her pocket
Yeah.
that immediately restored
But
its
you
level.
ensured that she would
was a
just
level 8
up and
cipher.
die, or that Cass would get killed. Both of which are very important tasks.
It was a level 8 cipher. And Oya goes up there and immediately you can see the area around the injection. It's almost like an art effect of dropping paint on paint, but you watch her skin color immediately start to restore. Like the poison is immediately just being pushed away. And you watch it spread across her arm, and it's not covering her whole body, but you do watch her pigment begin to immediately start changing colors as this stuff starts coursing through her system.
Oh my God.
Medbot is still working on her. So that's Eliza's action. So now we're going to go to Cass. By the way, these guys, I've ruled that these guys being knocked around the way they are, right now, they're all prone. At the bottom of this transport.
any chance that giant chair got wedged in right next to me? Or did it fall down earlier?
Okay. I want to see what you do with it. Yes. We'll say the giant chair has managed to land on top of that metal shelf that I was talking about earlier.
I don't have that much to put behind it, but I sure as shit am not gonna watch them all shoot Anton again. So I'm just gonna hurl it backwards.
Okay. Make your attack. It's a throw.
Gotta hit one of them. Gotta hit one of them.
I mean, it's going to be. You need a 4 or better on difficulty. So the difficulty is 4.
Excellent.
So you need a 12 or
Lower
better.
that, right?
No, I'm going to reduce it to 2. These guys are literally. It's the standard difficulty. You need a 6
standard.
or better.
Yeah.
Do you need to roll?
Oh yeah, but I think I can definitely reduce it by 1. I'm a little bit. I think I would need to spend to reduce it to 2. So we'll just stick with the 1.
So now it's difficulty 1, which is simple.
You need
for
a 3
cast
or
to do,
better.
So you need a 3 or better.
It's kind of tilted.
You can re-roll it if it's a
your
cocked eye.
It landed on a 16.
It's a 16.
Oh, you can keep if it was
16.
Mostly landed.
honestly a cocked eye is when it's at an angle, and if it's not flat, but if it's mostly flat, I'm not going to
clearly
rob you of
When
a
you
roll.
move the obstacles, and as long as it doesn't completely
Yes.
It's okay.
I think that was a valid
Yeah.
roll.
If it's
So
a
on
cocked
your
eye,
honor.
cocked eyes are pretty easy to spot. If it's then I usually rule in favor of whatever the roll was. So 16. Okay, so how much damage do you normally do with an attack?
My standard attack is 11 damage.
Okay. So I'm going to add, because it's a weapon, and it was I think I ruled that it was a medium damage, so 4.
Yeah, so that's 11 damage.
11 plus 4. Okay.
That probably means that I didn't get the 1 reduction, but I still would have succeeded. So
Even
take
with
it.
their armor, you just clobbered 1. So
11 goes up to 13 if it's medium instead of light.
it's medium.
Yeah. So,
So 13.
Oh, wow.
So the armor, yeah, you clobbered 1. Yeah. This thing goes hurtling down, and you hear a cracking sound as it impacts against one of them. You're not sure where it hit because it's such a clunky thing you're throwing around. However, it's a tactical chair that was built into this transport. A lot of it is metal on the bottom, and whatever hit him clearly was the metal part of the heavy bit, because there is a nasty smacking sound.
And I'm gonna mutter, somebody fuck up their boots.
That's going to be Cass. So now we're at Anton.
What are the doors on this transport? There's one in the back.
There is a door that activates in the very back of the transport that actually lowers the entire back of the transport,
And
like a
there's
cargo.
And there's like these 2 side doors
At the front.
at the front.
And that's it.
And that's
There's
it?
no other access points. It's a
transport.
prisoner transport. Yeah.
But there is the turret up top that Costu just went
That's
at.
correct. There is an opening at the top. It's a little, well, I would say it's normally tricky for someone to climb through it, but not probably for Anton.
Yeah.
You also have the option of a recovery roll, which you have not taken yet.
I have not. I can only move an immediate distance, and I cannot move if speed pool is 0. Guess what? My speed pool is 0, so I cannot move.
Recover.
Well, I would say make a recovery roll.
Okay. All right, I'll do that.
All right. You can only move immediate distance.
Oh.
Yes.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
As a
You have
GM,
durability.
since we're all still learning the rules, dropping prone makes you harder to hit.
So drop
And that's an immediate area move. It's not moving forward or anything. If you drop prone, you gain a level of difficulty to hit. What's that?
He's also a stretchy boy, so anything that is immediate range you can do at short range.
That's actually true. You do have that option as well. So if you want to move,
Yeah.
I'll give you a movement action because that's just, you kind of defy that rule being stretchy boy. Hashtag stretchy boy.
What's the maximum if I took a recovery roll that I could recover?
D6 plus 2.
8 points. And these
Potentially
guys have 3
points.
Yeah.
3
8
guns?
max,
What's your intellect at?
3 min.
5.
And what's yours at?
There's 3 of them left.
GT.
And by the way, Oya's probably going to lock one of these. Oh, wait, was one of them locked? Oh, no, he was locked. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Jerem is locked.
Yeah,
Are they counting as a minion group for the purposes of that kind of thing?
that's correct.
Cool.
I can't leave the rest of my team, but I am going to die.
Don't die.
If you, yeah, and it's up to you. What do you want to
Think
do?
dropping prone wouldn't violate the can't move if speed pool 0 thing?
It's not really, I mean, it's technically a move, but the thing is as stretchy guy, he gets to violate that rule because an immediate action for him, every move
Immediate
gets
distance.
upgraded by 1. So an immediate action, an immediate move for Anton is actually short range for Anton.
I'm gonna honor this cannot move if speed pool is 0. I'm so tired. I'm tired. I'm gonna do a recovery roll.
Okay,
That's
I'll
what
let
I'm
you
gonna do
pull
right
yourself
now.
up onto the shelf if you want. You'll get full cover from that.
Can I pull myself up onto the shelf and then make like a human shield, making sure that I'm covering Hops and his medbot?
Hops is covered at this point, I believe.
Okay.
Hops
Okay.
got pulled
Costume.
up. Yeah,
Costume.
Costume pulled her up. Yeah. Wait, did he pull her up? No, he hasn't pulled her up yet. He's going to pull her up.
Okay. He's going to pull.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll still do that, and then can I take a recovery roll?
Yes.
I'm gonna recover up on this shelf.
Okay. Make a roll, D6, add +2, and that's how much you get back to whatever pools you want to distribute it to.
Give me a 6. You hear me? Give me a 6.
Let's see.
3.
So
Damn
5.
it.
Plus
5
two.
points.
Yeah.
Okay,
So 5 points.
and I can put that anywhere.
You can distribute that however you want throughout your pools. So that's your action. We're going to
Automatically
keep moving.
Does this
Right.
whatever you're
3 to speed, 2 to might.
So now it's Kotchi who uses his move action to pull Hops with his cybernetic strength, pulls Hops one-handed, which is an incredible feat onto itself. Up, slaps, just flops her down on top of this thing, and immediately pulls the gun and starts firing down. The medbot is blathering on about losing its patient and starts immediately trying to make a move towards Hops, who's been pulled up there, as these rounds of ammunition just go whistling past it. Kachi's, there's really no point in rolling. Kachi kind of auto hits these guys. Does 6, my NPC stats here for Kachi. And we're using minion rules now because we're down to 4 of these guys. So you actually watch one of these guys, and just because I'm doing what Mark told me Kachi would do, Kachi is killing them. So there is a popping noise and an eruption of black spray against the back of this transport. As one of them, as it starts to get up, his head snaps back in an angle that Nex should not be moving at from the slug impact against his helmet. And then the back of his head explodes all over the back of the transport. So now there are 2.
And then there were 2.
Cool, that's
then
good, that's
there
good.
were 2.
Good.
And this is all as outside you're beginning to hear a whistling noise come from the broken windows as y'all are continuously descending onto the streets. That's Kashi. Now it's their turn. There's 2 of them left. So one of them is going to immediately make a play for the... Hi, Cliff, the producer.
Hi, Cliff.
That's Cliff, everybody. We love Cliff.
Cliff.
Our favorite Cliff. The only Cliff. Cliff, the producer.
Except, of course, the panted.
worried about touching it.
Clim- okay, fine.
When I touched it, so I'm just gonna leave it.
Cass just ruins everything.
Be
Just
great.
destruction monkey over there.
Sorry.
So one of these guys, instead of opening fire on you, it's the one that lost its gun, immediately turns and starts trying to disarm the magnetic cage. On his action, he's actually going to get it down.
No.
Eric. Yep.
Wait.
You see him pull out a device and slap it against this thing and press a button. And once again, just like they did the first time they broke him out, this thing goes and deactivates. I will give you this, though. Jerome is not standing up right now. He is currently groaning and collapsed on the floor with blood trickling out of his mouth and looking bashed to hell. Remember, he took some hits from Hops and then got tossed around like a rag doll inside that cell. He does not look like he's getting back up to get back into the fight. He looks like he's trying to figure out where he is right now. The other guy is going to open fire. And he's going to shoot at Kachi. Because Kachi... And actually... Okay, so Kachi gets hit. Because it's NPC on NPC right now. Kachi takes a round of plasma bolts to the side of the chest. And you actually see Kachi go... Ugh! And that's it. You see smoke erupt from the side as his clothes split open, exposing the musculature of his chest and cybernetics underneath. He's very fit cyborg, but you can also see that where normally you would see somebody with their arms outstretched, you can sort of see their ribs underneath the muscle. You see peeking out and going back into the skin, these ribs of metal coming out of the skin and going right back into what looks like flesh that has been fused over them. The skeletal frame of his upper torso, which is slightly exposed, looks like it's been rebuilt.
That's hot.
And he just kind of gives this grimace and says, "I loved this shirt." And that's their action. As the tides have turned. In one round, you guys are going to be on the ground. So we're going to move on.
Crashed on the ground or like...
No, you're not going to crash. It's going to be a rough landing, but you're not going to crash. Lacey, Sam has made a lot of emphasis that this was their plan all along, so I'm... To catch the audience up, Sam has been grabbing me by the collar and pulling me close to their face and saying, "I'm landing that damn transport." So I take it that Sam is landing the damn transport.
I'm the expert.
So now, actually, it's Sam. It's your round. So this round is going to be landing that damn transport. You don't really have to roll for this.
So if I don't really have to roll,
You don't.
do I get to take another action?
No, your action is going to be landing it. I'm just saying, this is one of those frustrating like pilot actions where you don't get to do anything else. You have to focus on landing this
I
thing.
hate driving.
But here's the thing about that.
I can't do one important thing that needs to happen right now.
Oh, you know what though? Actually, I am going to have you roll because you're landing this on a city street. I don't know though. Lacey may not have to roll. I'm just going to raise the difficulty to 7.
I
You have to
expend
roll?
a free level of effort.
Okay, so you see through the cams in this transport as you're trying to navigate. You only get like those sort of snapshot images from the sides of the transport coming down because you don't get like a full view. And you're catching fleeting images of people on the streets of Los Angeles running for their lives and cars swerving out of the way, bikers jumping off to the side as you manage to find just one area of the pavement that's not occupied by people and a lot of irritating parking meters. Screw you, City of Los Angeles. And you smash through them.
They don't affect me. I have immunity. So does Lacey.
Smashing through these meters, you just see the explosion of metal as you all feel the concussive shock of the transport crashing into the ground. Car goes flipping off to the side and screeching sparks just come blasting up past the windows in front. All of you are going to need to make a move or an athletics. I will allow an acrobatics roll. It's not going to be too much difficulty. Are you out of here? Have a good show. I always break the fourth wall. Matt Key, everybody. Hi, Matt.
Invisible Matt Key.
Matt, we're in the middle of a game,
You're
man.
walking on my set, man. I just treat everything.
Walking by the set.
I treat this like a home game. You gotta, if you walk in here, I'm gonna say hi.
Did you bring snacks?
Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Whenever they're not.
We're gonna get a note from upstairs going, guys, don't do that.
I love you all.
Love you.
Bye, Matt.
Okay, well,
So I need everybody to make. This is gonna be a difficulty 4 check. Difficulty 4 check to stay like from being battered around the way Jerome was.
Is this a defense roll?
Speed defense, you said?
Not really.
Shit.
Okay.
Not a defense roll, but don't worry, the damage is not going to be like getting shot or anything. This is mostly to determine where you end up. I will go ahead and give this to my players. Don't fear the damage I'm about to give you if you fail this check.
Okay.
It's likely going to be a point of damage. So if you have a leather jacket on or something, it's going to soak that. But I need to know who stands up, who remains stable when this thing hits.
You got it. I have dexterity, so that 4 difficulty is going to go down to a 3, which means it goes from difficult to demanding. So I'll need to roll a 9 or better. I'm going to use this one.
Same. Everything he just said.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
But good news, Anton.
Oh, no, that's not good. I was thinking of Star Trek numbers again.
Oh, no!
Did you roll a 1?
No!
Oh,
I was like, oh, that's great. Oh.
okay.
How do I get on this shit?
3.
Okay. So, but you all, if I remember
Who's
correctly,
laughing at us from over there?
that I don't know, but I'm guessing she has. I don't know, but she shouldn't be the one laughing right now, considering she's
Jeez.
completely unconscious and
Wow.
poisoned.
Wow.
So,
I'll spend some XP to reroll that.
It's 1 point
Anton,
of
you're
damage
not
gonna-
that is
You're-
soaked by your jacket.
so who has armor
It's
on?
fully soaked. You take 0
The
damage.
principle of the thing. I know I can
0
roll a 9 or
damage.
better.
Keep it for when other people roll crappy. Then you can throw it and pretend like
You
you're
have a
not
leather
throwing it
jacket.
at Eric, but really be throwing it
Leather
at Eric.
jacket is 1 armor,
Right.
so you're gonna soak it, and
Oh, it's only 1 total?
it's only 1 damage. This was mostly to figure out if you didn't have any armor on, you weren't gonna be able to soak it. This is to find out if you guys kept your footing when this thing. hit.
Whoa.
So, and you also have a leather jacket on.
I've never played it as armor, but
You should
maybe
definitely
I
have that on.
should be.
It's
I'm not sure
worked
how
into
that
your
affects
character.
My other skills and things, but we'll work it out in the future.
No, you have. Then let's revise that right now because I can't imagine Cass without her jacket. Like I can't imagine without the.
If you have trained without armor, it wouldn't apply.
I don't have
had.
It's okay. It's light armor.
So,
it's 1 point. You're
you're
good. So you're all. So everyone who failed this check, you're not taking any damage, but you're all knocked off your feet. Even Kotschi loses his footing, and when he hits the ground, it sounds like somebody just dropped like 5 metal bars, just huge, just he hits the ground and goes. Ugh! The ones in the back. The one that deactivated Jerome's cell loses his footing and tumbles to the ground. And Jerome, who was prone, is once again tossed like a rag doll up against the side, slamming into it and taking another point of damage.
Okay.
Good.
And the transport goes comes to a dead stop. Luma, you are looking down as you've watched this thing. Lacey, you finally just kind of, as an action, you snap out of this. Your body is just, your body's kind of drained from this. You're able to take control next round of the transport.
Yeah.
It's going to take one round for you to pilot her to get down there. Because one at a time. But Luma, you are watching. You watched everybody plummet out of the sky.
Can't ask you to fucking drive this thing. Dang it.
Welcome to Los Angeles. We are now fully landed.
Never been so happy to see the shitty streets.
Oh my god. I never want to be high up anywhere ever again.
Encouragement.
Encouragement attack.
I'll give you this.
Clear them up.
Yeah, please get rid of them.
Luma,
Please.
at this point, as you're saying all this and looking, you can still, the back of the transport is still open.
Yeah.
So as you're like looking at the wind whipping through here, you're kind of looking at the back and you see many flashing red and blue lights from what look like many LAPD from the sky lanes headed in your direction and the street levels.
Incoming.
They're off in the distance. They're going to be here in about 3 rounds.
Okay.
It'd be really great if you could all get out of that ship immediately. If there's anyone else left, please get rid of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or attack rolls.
Oh, buffing the attacks.
Attack. Yes.
Time to go back on the offensive. Well, that brings us back
Got
to.
Oh, I'm so ready for Jerome. I'm
Okay.
so ready for Jerome.
He is
Okay.
prone right now.
Yeah, I know.
What are you doing?
I want a stunning onslaught on his ass.
Okay.
And the force field's down.
I've been waiting.
Force field's down. So, from Jerome's point of view, he's blurry vision as he kind of turns and he hears the sound of boots, and he sees 2 legs turn the corner and a trench coat kind of flowing behind it as it stops in front of him, and then a strange purple glow. And he's kind of says, "What is that? What are you doing?" What does it do again? Stuns him?
It stuns him.
He goes, "What is that?" And he just freezes in
And
time.
he's just like, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah,
wah, wah,
around
wah,
him,
wah,
space-time begins to distort a little bit. And he is frozen. Next up is going to be Anton, who's none worse for the wear. You just,
How many guys are left?
1. And he is currently prone.
We're crashed. We are.
Technically, Jerome is still conscious. He's just stunned.
And he loses his next action.
He's going to lose his next action.
Yeah, so he doesn't get to make a recovery roll and feel better.
Or poison us all again.
Or that.
The shield is
above.
the shield is down, correct? All right. I want to do this. I want to see where the mechanism is, the button to lower the back of the prison transport.
Okay.
And then I want to punch or push the dude who is prone but still here out of the back of this vehicle.
So make a roll.
Can I use my action to help make that happen in some way?
Like
Like as an
if I'm
assist?
just setting this up for Cass, I'll just open the damn thing. Like I'll like that's fine.
You want to do that?
Because Cass's punch will be much stronger than mine, and he'll go further.
Okay, and yeah, I mean, technically, I actually missed you. Sorry, Amy, you were next. So yeah, if you guys want to do that.
But I like this plan a
Cass
lot.
was next. So, all right, so the 2 of you working in cahoots here.
Get rid
go
of
ahead
this guy.
Go ahead. So Cass, you just pick yourself up and they're just like, you start walking over and he starts seeing you approach and starts looking around for his guns. The transport is opening from the back as Anton has reached all the way to the back. Make a roll.
I yell, take out the trash, Cass.
Get their minute.
What is the difference?
It's not so much a punch as it is a running kick, I think. Difficulty, he's
Kick him out of his
prone.
mag boots.
Difficulty, I'm going to set the difficulty on this is it's going to be 2.
Standard.
Can we rule that this is heavy bashing? Because I'm just going to shoulder check him out the back.
Well, he's laying on the ground, so you can't really shoulder check him, but
Okay.
you can kick him if you want.
Punt him.
I'm going to kick him.
Or yeah.
Get the fuck out of our thing. Oh. No.
Okay.
Very forceful.
11, it'll do.
Yeah, it'll do. How much damage is that?
That is going to
Million.
be 11 points of damage.
11 for 11.
Get the fuck out of our transport! What the outside world sees is they hear that shouting noise as the door is lowering, and then, like fucking E.T., this guy goes hurtling out of this transport,
Team Rocket.
cresting the top of the street lamps that are gazing down on the city of Los Angeles. He flies a good 40 to 50 feet before he finally collapses, smashing into the windshield of a parked car, and does not move. As you would have successfully, as a field goal goes, nicely done. His helmet has completely shattered inward, revealing the broken, sort of misshapen face of something that has been genetically experimented on and
I'm
enhanced.
thinking of how Hops taught me to focus my strikes a little more.
Nice.
Okay, we are actually out of combat now. That was the end of combat.
We've been in this combat. What is not combat?
Yeah. That's gonna be a good T-shirt.
What is not combat?
So
Sounds like a Jeopardy answer.
people have begun to peek out from alleyways, looking through like the windows of coffee shops and bookstores. There's a lot of people looking out, like the crowd that gathers around, like the haircutters and stuff like that. As you guys are all kind of catching your breath, you realize you're in the middle of the city, somewhere in downtown Los Angeles. You're not sure where, not too far from corporate LA, and you can hear the roar of your transport ship actually getting closer and closer as they're swooping down to pick you up, and the distant howls of LAPD. And still, limp and lifeless is Hops. However, the medical bot looks like heartbeat detected. Heartbeat detected.
I've unstrapped and I'm just going to wait at the door.
The med bot immediately turns to the first person that's next to Hops, which is Kotschi, and says, "Condition is critical."
Okay.
The transport, you guys touch down in time to see. Jerome really, it's a passing punch from Castle do the job. He's done. So a boot
I walk
stomp
up
to the back of his head.
I look at him. Okay. Well done.
His head rebounds off the bottom of the transport. He's done. A 13-point punch to a barely conscious individual. He looks messed up, rightly so. You all begin to exit the ship, and people are all
I'm
starting
gonna
to walk.
grab some of those boots.
We want the mag boots. We're
Sure.
looting the boots.
The minions had on.
You've got a full round before they arrive. I'll let you grab ciphers.
Oh.
Can the ciphers be mag boots?
Can they also include?
Amazing.
Yeah.
No, they're not going to include. You can either grab the mag boots or search for ciphers.
Well, I want the mag boots.
Okay, so take the mag boots. They're level 6 ciphers. And what they do is for 8 hours when they're activated, they will allow you to... They not only activate, but they actually create a field around your legs to help stabilize you.
Oh, so that's how they didn't get their ankles broken.
That's
That
correct.
makes sense.
It doesn't stop you from being smacked around if you're in a full tumbling environment, but it helps stabilize
Right,
you
no,
if
you'd
you're on an
break the
unstable
shins
surface. So you grab 2 pairs of those, you just pull them off.
Way more
As you're pulling off the feet of these creatures,
That's what joints are for.
you're looking at their feet, and some of them don't have feet.
Oh
They
my
look
God.
like they have. Some of them are like webbed looking.
Oh, okay.
Some of them are. Some of them looks like it actually has like a cybernetic enhanced leg, like a foot. You see like a metal skeletal foot as you pull it off. This thing is an amalgamation of genetic mutation and cybernetics as you pull it off, and just kind of the hell, so messed up.
Feel a little bit.
And about that point, your hair begins to whip around as the transport begins to get closer and closer. Shh. And sirens are blaring, and crowds are starting to gather in the streets. And I already know, just we're going to go ahead and establish this now so you never have to worry about it. But as we get closer to a moment where the public is watching you guys, Luma, your holographic skull mask just activates around your face. And one by one, you all begin to filter out the back with Medbot included, and Koshi is carrying Hops. You both now, for the first time, are seeing what condition your teammates are in. Anton and Cass look messed up.
Yeah.
Oya is backing them up in the rear, just kind of like making sure no one's following. And Hops looks dead. Hops looks completely lifeless and is just dangling in Kochi's arms as he comes running up. And he says, "Here, take her.
Okay.
Jerome got her.
Is she alive?
They were able to stabilize her, but you need to get her somewhere fast."
Our lab has a bunch of medical equipment back at the base.
Okay.
He looks up and says, "I'm sorry, I have to go. Come see Kylan Prime, as you call him, when you get time to do it. He sent me to save you. Goodbye." And he starts running back down the street when you see a car
Thanks, dude.
decloak as it's kind of flying next to him. And he grabs up onto it and pulls himself into it.
Goodbye, tech friend.
I immediately reach into my hand and slap the patch onto her arm.
Okay. At this point, I think, Hops, if you'd like to rejoin us. So what does this do for us?
7 more
7 more
points
points to your might. Okay, so your might, your
So they might
body,
spill back over.
your body begins to push out all of the toxin. It's being canceled by the ciphers burning on your into your system. You slap that electrical patch against her about the back of her neck,
Yeah, sure.
and it immediately
Back of
there's
the
this
neck, yeah.
pulse, just. Luma, what is your intention? Is to heal Hops?
Yeah, I'm trying to wake her up. That
Okay.
would make everyone feel better if I feel breathing or
Roll a d6.
something. Okay. 6 or 5. Sorry, 5.
5.
5.
As you touch Hops in this moment,
Yeah.
slapping that on her skin,
Yeah.
as you make skin-to-skin contact, desperate to save your friend's life, there's a strange yellow glow that envelops both you and Hops for a split second, looking very, very similar to the pigment of the energy source that gave you your power. And you feel this sort of draining sensation. I need you to take 6 points off of any pool you want. And
Okay.
you can divide it how you want. And Hops, you gain 6 points how you want to any of your pools.
Ooh.
Completely involuntary, Luma, as you
Yeah.
touch her, desperate to save her life. You just there's that draining sensation, and you watch the cipher just and smoke starts coming out of it as you are infused with all of this energy.
I'm taking it out of speed, so
You can spread it out if you want, or you
no.
can take it out of one pool.
that's the only thing that hasn't had any damage done to
Okay,
it yet.
cool.
So narratively, my knees buckle,
Okay.
and I just drop at the end of the
There's this
transport.
look of surprise on Luma's face, and then you watch this happen.
Okay.
I think so.
Everyone saw that glow. Everyone saw what just happened. They don't know what happened, but you all saw it.
Okay. I need to go to the transport.
Operator Lacey, incoming Los Angeles Police Department. Could be problematic.
Oh, they always are. I need to grab the force field tech out of the prison transport, so that I can tinker it back into a windshield on Amelia because that's broken.
What did White grab?
So,
Little force field emitter for the prison transport.
What's it look like? The blue thing?
Yeah, it. Let's.
force field emitter?
Yeah.
Remind me.
The prison transport has force fields as its form of containment.
It's essentially the jail cell, yes. So
Exactly.
the emitter itself is actually built into a metal, think of it as just like this metal beam that goes straight up that has all this tech lining it. And then
Yep.
there's a central control panel. So to remove the emitters, you're gonna have to literally take them one by one out of the...
So I have my ability called Tinker.
And what is,
That's
does that
going to let me repurpose tech into something else.
You can do that, but my question is, can you do that before the cops arrive?
It's just an action.
Really? One action?
Yeah.
So then let's narrate how Lacey pulls this off.
Okay. So I start talking about how I need the force field emitters.
Hold on, whoa, what?
I describe them to Cass, who I think probably just brings me the pole of
Is it one of these?
So,
Yeah, I needed the panel too.
so what we'll do is we're going to use Sam's Tinker ability, and we're going to flavor the action as Cass ripping the thing out of the wall. Instead of making you roll a check for this, we're going to make this part of Sam's flavor for the Tinker ability.
Because all I need is to have that on board, and then we can take off. Because I just need to have a functioning windshield to go back underwater for the underwater base, and so I'm using the force field to.
So then my compromise is I'll let you tear out 2 of these emitters.
Great,
That's all you're going to have time for. If you try to tear out more, you would destroy it.
Cool. That should be enough for windshield.
Okay, so you come back.
So we're watertight. Okay, good. Okay, I can use these. Great. I can use these. I can use these, right? Yeah, I can use these. Okay.
All right.
Lacey, did you do all of that?
Driving is hard.
Holy shit!
You saved our
I'm a
butt.
hero.
Hops looks a lot better than she did, but she still doesn't look good.
I'm just
It looks
wiping
like
all
it's
of
it looks
her
like it's
sweat
really serious.
with my sleeves.
We need more
Anton's by her
medical.
side.
Okay.
So at this point,
We can pick back up.
it really is, at this point, LAPD, you guys are just, I mean, the camouflage, your glitter camouflage, as y'all take off, she's able to sort of get away from being tracked. As LAPD begins to arrive on the scene, you guys manage to make it out and head back to full Blue Dolphin Base at full power. It is a harrowing, quiet 10-minute flight as y'all are blasting towards the coast of California, headed out to where the Catalina Channel Islands Harbor area used to be before it was swallowed by the ocean.
Did you say it was a 10-minute flight?
10-minute flight.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Make those
get
recovery rolls if
3
you
more
want to.
points back.
Hops,
Ooh, I
I'll
want
let you make
that.
the recovery roll if you
Yeah.
want.
Woohoo!
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll
make
take
one
that.
too.
Oh, got a 1.
You got a 1, but add 2 to it because
Plus
you're all
3,
2 tier
7.
characters. Yeah, so 3 total, and you can distribute it however you want.
Cool. I recovered
Oh,
5.
actually, I hadn't used my action one yet either.
How'd you do?
I rolled a 3 each time.
Oh, okay.
So that gets me up
6,
to
or
19
5.
intellect. 'Cause
Okay.
I was burning a lot of effort.
Yeah, you were. Okay. So,
Why hasn't she woken up yet?
yeah, no, she's...
She'll.
On this flight, I remember that. Oh my God, I have a thingy. I pull it out and I jab her with another thing.
Get help.
Intellect, correct?
I'm full of holes.
3 intellect.
Live, damn it, live. So
Deal with being alive.
again, a neural stimulator to the back to get the brain activity back going. Because remember, Hops was not breathing for a while there. It wasn't terrifyingly long, but it was long enough. So as I understand it, y'all, as the transport hits the water surface, you immediately begin to submerge, and the force field and absolutely contains it. Y'all begin to slide under the waves. You can already see the dark form of Blue Dolphin Base beneath you, 60 feet down with lights on, and a figure standing in one of the windows. Eventually, y'all dock. Cut to the scene of y'all getting into this. Now, I'm assuming by now we've replaced the ladder.
We already stipulated that was replaced.
Correct.
Yes.
So instead, you just comes down and everybody's coming down on the Vader. And as it touches the bottom, you see Sal standing there with a bag of chips in his hand, just going, Hops. And
Coffee.
all of you guys, you're holding her. You rush past him towards the.
Yep.
Okay. You rush past, and Oniko's kind of looks back at you guys as you all rush past and go straight into the laboratory room.
Yep.
And you lay her out on the bed where you had Oniko just a day or so before.
And I'm going to. I don't have as much time to get acquainted as I want to, so I guess I'm just going to have to be very charming and use Charm Machine on my new Medbot friend, Florence. Florence is a machine.
You're naming it Florence.
Yeah, Florence Nightingale.
Machine.
Okay. All right.
So that's our Medbot.
Okay.
And now the Medbot is my friend.
It says, you see some scrambling taking place in the digital interface where it reads off all the information, and it goes blank for a second, and it says reboot, and then it goes and comes back on, and you see the data feeds, and then it just says, hello, Operator Lacey. This is Medbot Florence. How may I be of assistance?
We have a patient. We're probably going to need hemodialysis.
Hemodialysis. Confirmed. Systems are actually activated for that very procedure, Operator Lacey. Would you like me to do a diagnostic scan?
Yes, please.
This medbot hovers over as everyone starts to crowd around. Everyone looks like hell. As y'all are crowding around Hops, every now and then you meet each other's gaze. Realizing what you just went through for a second and looking down at Hops' still form, the medbot immediately attaches electrodes to the sides of Hops' head and sensors to sort of monitor the brain activity and begins to run diagnostic scans.
Okay, good. So that didn't short out. That's good.
Or
If I had been smart, it would have been galvanic sensors to like check for
electrical levels?
before there's
Yeah.
contact with Florence. But Florence worked before, so I guess that works.
So
Are you doing that out loud? Because that's very scary.
Yeah, this was all scary. You guys she almost.
diagnostic complete. Patient was clinically dead for almost a full minute.
Okay, that's sub-threshold for really severe hypoxia. So that'll be okay.
Stuff?
Yeah, when oxygen doesn't go to the brain, there's like a minute is not great. It's not great.
Scanning brain activity. You're watching the feed come up. Hops' brain activity is alive and well. In fact, it's alarming. As the data starts coming through, you see some bizarre brain fluctuations going on.
Okay.
Quite unusual.
We're gonna probably want an fMRI on that too, just to make sure all of the blood flow is going to all of the
If you want to
places,
make
none of the tissues died off.
if you want to make a roll here, you have medicine, don't you? Or what would you roll?
Actually, I have what I've historically done is I'm not super great at procedures, but I'm really good at researching. So
Okay,
I'm
that's perfect for this.
Lacey basically does WebMD,
Okay.
but you can do it through medical databases,
I got chickenpox.
and then it works much better.
Go ahead and make a roll. It's a diagnosis to read the brain patterns to try to find out what's going on.
I did that already.
You can. So this is what you can do. You can make a roll, and it's kind of a stretch for you, or I'll let you burn for insight.
Can you make any sense of this?
I've seen like concussions, but the wigglies. So here's the thing: I'm trained in healing, but my flavor of healing training is seeing people get in street fights.
Yeah, this is neurological.
I wasn't sure whether maybe, I don't know, if people got bashed and you looked at things. Okay, yeah. So
Have
what
I
I was
ever seen anything like this?
Nope.
Okay.
You're not sure what to make of that data.
Okay, so what would
It
be
looks
the difficulty?
weird.
It's an astute diagnosis, Dr. Shark.
Have I ever seen anything like this?
You're a
Do
Cassium boy.
you have any kind of medical training?
Being a Cassium boy.
Looking at Cassium, knowing the products and what they do.
No.
Okay, so what's the difficulty of the role?
Well, MedBot's going to be a asset, and I'm going to it's a medical bot, and
Yeah.
it's a machine, so it's a 2-asset ability right off the bat for this role.
Nice. That's lovely.
The difficulty was going to be 7, so 6-5.
Okay, and let's see, what does my technopathic power help here for basically running searches through that database and combing through as efficiently
Let me
as
put it
possible?
this way. If you want to use that power to enhance the AI's ability to try to diagnose what it's reading right now,
Totally.
I'll let you do that.
Okay.
So I'll let you channel the technopathic power through the MedBot's ability to heal.
Okay, fantastic.
Because it has a built-in database for diagnosis.
Okay.
I have a research, not ability, but I have research. So
What-
if you need it, it sounds like
You're trained.
I'll give you an assist, but it'll be a +1 as opposed to
Okay, +1 is
full
great.
drop. Yeah.
So I have that.
So I'm also web
do my
and-
mundane machine skills apply here?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Can they have a +1 from my healing isn't a full level of help?
Not at this point.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Lacey navigating any Cassium databases?
This is I mean technically this bot is a Cassium bot.
Not anymore.
So you're not anymore. so Lacey they are accessing the information database through that.
Okay.
So we're pretty much, I think, at the threshold of how far you can go with what you can get out of this roll.
Okay. So I have 2 assets from Florence. I have, what was the difficulty on this again? I'm sorry.
It dropped down to 5 because of Florence.
Okay, 5 from Florence.
Florence gave you 2 assists.
And then 2 from my Technopath powers. Gets it down to 3.
The power shifts, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Cool.
And I think that's where we fall. And then a +1 from you. I'll expend 2 levels of effort.
Okay.
So that will get it down to 1.
Okay.
So I have to roll a 3 or higher.
3 or higher.
7.
7.
All right.
That is higher than 3.
At first, you're trying to pinpoint why her brain activity is like this, and if it has anything to do with trauma. And it takes a moment for you to realize, wait a minute, I don't think this is related to her trauma.
What's related to the glow thing?
No.
What's going on?
She's exhibiting the brain patterns of someone who probably hasn't had REM sleep in almost a month.
Oh my gosh, Hops, why do you not take naps? Why did you not tell us you weren't taking naps? This isn't
Humanly impossible, but her brain patterns are matching. It looks like Hops has not had a nap or a night's sleep in about 20 plus days.
Hops, you need that for neural
What's going on? What's
She
happening?
was not sleeping and did not tell us.
Has anybody ever seen her actually go to bed?
I don't know.
Bed, yes. Sleep, no.
She goes home.
Yeah, I assume she like sleeps sometimes.
But she exercises in the middle of the night. Oh my God, we're idiots. Hobbs.
Hops, wake up so I can yell at you.
All of the symptoms are starting to come in of what happens to a normal human brain just going a week without sleep, severe paranoia, hallucinations. You're starting to get the
People don't live
impression.
this long.
You're starting to, I mean, yeah. It can
This
kill
is
you.
right around when you die.
Yeah.
And then you died.
Hops has managed to live, but has probably been taking, for those of you who are wondering at home, random intellect damage, and also suffering from extreme paranoia and bouts of fear and hallucinating. Like, it's all starting to click into place what Hops has been going through.
That contributes to paranoia.
It looks like Hops is being stabilized. The medbot says, Operator Lacey, we are prepared to begin the procedure at your command.
Please initiate.
Please stand back. Please stand back. And Florence immediately raises its arms and begins to push all of you around. Like, please stand back.
Okay.
Please stand back. It's being a little
Very
forceful.
rude. Can you tell him that it's being rude?
It's making its way around the table, kind of shuffling everyone away. Please stand back.
I'll write you physical
okay.
interaction protocols. It's from Cassium. They didn't use trigger code for dealing with robotics, so it's not as optimized as it could be. I'll work on it. You're a very good medbot.
Yes, please save our friend, okay? Do what you need to do. Be rude if you need to.
Hops, you're in a classroom. You're probably about 8 years old, and you hear the muffled voices of children around you. Teacher hasn't arrived yet, and the kid to your right is trying to get your attention. You know him as Anton.
Ant.
A young boy.
He's too tiny. He's an ant.
He is pestering you because he wants you to see the what are those things called again? The paper
They don't have
with all the
Booty
questions. What is it?
Booty catchers.
what?
Booty catchers.
Didn't tell boys that it's fine.
Yeah.
No, they are
Cootie
unnamed.
catcher? They told me. Cootie catcher.
And he's trying to show you this one that he made, and he is just tickled by what he's written inside of it.
4. 6. 3. 7. Oh. Can I just pick one?
Yeah.
Just open it.
Go, pick one.
2.
What's it say?
You're stupid.
They always say that. You never read anything different.
This is the best one I've seen. It's so good.
Apostrophe R-E. Apostrophe R-E. You spelled it wrong.
Ah, dang it.
The kids around you Hops, as you're saying this, it's a bit of confusion that kind of enters you a little bit because you're noticing that around you, the din of noise, the kids are not actually saying anything. And when you glance, everything except for Ant and you is blurry. It's like you're looking through a foggy window.
I don't even wear glasses.
And none of the kids are actually saying anything meaningful. You just hear this muffled laughter and stuff like that. And as you rub your eyes, the laughter gets a little more clear, a little more crystal clear. And as it begins to become a little more understandable, you begin to make out conversations. And then when you open your eyes again, you're holding a present, and you're in the backyard of some house standing in grass. And the children are running around you, and Anton doesn't know you're here. Looks like his back is turned and he's talking to an adult who is asking him questions. Looks like Anton's dad. And has a very serious look on his face, but is clearly asking him very ridiculous questions because Anton is busting up as he's leaning over and just saying, I'm just saying, T-Rex's arms were pretty short. Pretty short. Can't do yoga if you have short arms, Anton.
I can be.
Or you can.
Yeah. It's just a different kind. That's not what it's about. It's
Lots of downward dog. Lots of downward dinosaur, right? Right, Anton? Mm-hmm. You're kind of inching a little closer to him. What was the gift you gave him? Was it a train? Wasn't it a train?
Mm-hmm. A really stupid Fisher Price train that's like for ages 3 and up. Because he's so tiny. He's so short.
The memory begins to play back again as Anton's receiving the gift and the look on his face when you give him this thing.
First of all, he didn't even know I was gonna be there. It was a surprise. So that's the first exciting thing is so I'm sneaking up behind him and I'm looking at his dad. I call him Mr. A, Mr. Ant. And I'm like, making sure he doesn't give me away.
He doesn't like that.
I know, he hates it too. So I'm sneaking up, but he's not saying I'm here. And then I hit him in the back of the head with the box.
Ow, what the freak? Ow.
Happy birthday! I made it to your party.
Mr. Ant just goes, you can't.
Hopefully it didn't break. I think it's an antique.
Lindy, you can't hit people.
It was a tap. Sir.
That's right.
Hi, Lindy.
It was a birthday tap. Technically, I'm supposed to do it 9 times.
Well,
more.
It's a tap. Then.
Dad, it's fine. Don't worry about it, Dad. She told me about it at school. She punched me 9 times in the arm. It's fine.
He
just kind of gives you a
his
critical
T-Rex
look.
arms.
And he moves away.
Sorry.
As leaving you, you hand Anton the train set.
I wrapped it in Christmas paper. It's all we had at the house.
This is nice. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
Thanks for being here. This is nice. Can I open it?
I mean, if you want to open it now, sure. But I mean, you can save it for later. You can put it on the pile. You can open it in front of everyone if you really want to.
I'll open it now.
Okay.
I'll just open it now.
So describe it. I mean, what's inside? Is it a Fisher Price like wooden train?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I've always wanted a train set for toddlers.
I mean, I figured if I got it any bigger, it would be difficult to play with.
Great.
And it's wood,
Cool.
so we could paint it and make it cool looking, like flames on the side.
It would be cool. Cool.
Yeah.
That's very creative, Lindy. Thank you. Thanks. I'm gonna go put this in my room. Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna come back out for the rest of my party.
On display.
Yes.
Where everyone can see it in your room.
Sure.
Okay. Like, on your dresser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks again for coming.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Your communicator starts to beep. And a feeling of dread immediately fills your body. You're remembering this is one of the last times you carried one of these on you. And you immediately, as he's walking off and you hear the beeping sound, you just You know what it is, because as you look down and you see that it's your mom calling, you know what she's going to say when she... Because you're aware now that this is a memory. And you're aware what this call is. And you're aware what she's going to say when you answer it. You're aware what's happened. You know what's on the other end of that phone call. And as that feeling begins to wash over you, the kid's giggling begins to fall away. And you just hear this thundering, ringing sound in your ears.
I don't answer it.
You just kind of look away from it. And as you pull away from the memory, rejecting the memory as it's happening, you find yourself standing in what looks like an empty underground subway. People walking by. The place looks relatively clean. Looks like one of Los Angeles's newer subway systems that it's been built ever since C-Day. And public transport, the mag rail. That's what this is. But it doesn't look like the mag rail. This looks old. You've never been to a place like this before. And all around you, you see people you've never seen before that don't look familiar in vivid detail walking past you from all ages. Some of them don't look like they would be people that would be walking around Los Angeles today. Some of them are old woolen coats with hats on and warm faces that nod to you as they walk by. And an old man approaches you and says, "What are you here for, sweetie?"
I'm not exactly sure. I don't really remember getting here, but I guess is there a map or something? I think I should probably take the train back home or something.
What's your name?
Lindy. Oh, Linda Hopper.
Linda
Call
Hopper.
me Hops.
Well, let's look for your name.
Okay.
You didn't see the board that's next to you as he turns and looks at it. It's there. And you see train routes, and all of them go one direction or another. It's one single train route in a line, just like a list going straight down. One says forward, and the other one says back. And you see names all over it. And as he scrolls down, he goes, "I don't see your name." I
So
guess
what do I have to do? Do I have to buy a ticket or what?
he points and says, "You have to go back."
Okay. Back. Just back?
Just back.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
He puts his hands on your shoulders and says, "Good luck."
Thank you.
And then reaches down and puts a hat on. And then he begins to walk away, and you watch him as he begins to just fade from view amongst a crowd of other people that are walking towards a platform where a train is waiting, going the other direction. Children, adults of all kinds stepping on board. And you turn back, and looking back down the other sides of the track, you see Los Angeles, which you didn't see before. And familiar voices echoing in the distance. You swear you hear, "Hops, why didn't you tell me? Wake up so I can yell at you." Echoing, like in the back of a room, calling you back.
I start walking towards the voices that I recognize.
That's where we're going to pause before we go to break. Welcome back. I was like, all right, I need to get serious. I need to get back into the mood. And then Sam goes, "Butts." I'm just going to call everybody out. I don't know what you're talking about.
No butts.
All right, so we're
imagining
gonna go ahead and actually just jump right back into where we left off. We were in a train station, walking back towards Los Angeles and back to where you came. Hops, as you begin to move away from the platform from which you were standing, looking kind of just back over your shoulder at all of the people here, so many people, and they all seem quite calm and actually comfortable. It seems like everyone's just ready for lack of a better way of describing it. And you move past them, and fewer become visible to you as you move closer and closer to Los Angeles, until finally all you are aware of is the echoing footsteps of your feet on this platform, and then an impact from something hitting you on your back and knocking you straight headfirst to the ground. And a deep laugh hit from behind going, oh, that was sad. That was so sad. Get up. Get up. Get up, or no one's going to take you seriously. Get up.
I get up.
You get up with the memory of this pain across the back of your spine as you turn back and see a very familiar face, a large man with a biker beard and a shaved head, covered in sleeved tats, like all the way down to his wrists, tats across the bottom of his cheekbones. The dude looks intimidating as hell. He's got a couple of piercings in his nose and his lips and his ears. He's wearing a dense leather vest that goes across the top and dense leather jeans. He looks like the stereotypical biker from the 80s and 90s, and he's holding what will become one day the staff that you use. And he's like, he shakes his head and he's like, are you serious about learning, or are you just wanting to get down here and get your ass kicked by me?
I'm sorry, I got distracted. All right, do it again. Don't go easy.
You wanna get distracted? I'm gonna beat the hell out of you. You don't get distracted because I'm being nice. You go up against these motherfuckers that you're going, handling money with, and they're gonna beat the hell out of you.
Okay, I can do it again. You can't hit me this time, I promise. I'm ready.
Don't let me take this out of your hand again. And he tosses it to you.
Okay.
All right. And he reaches down and picks up a pull cue. And he says, now the trick is, when you're training, you start slow. All the movements, very slow. Always slow. You're gonna want to get faster. You're gonna want to be a badass. Don't do that.
I just hit
him. Bam! You actually catch him off guard. He hits him across the side of his face, and he's like, okay, that's fast. That was good.
The first lesson you taught me, element of surprise.
Yeah. Second lesson, and he lets go. He torques the pull stick in his hand with his wrist and snaps it out of his palm like he's like, and right between the eyes, hits you right across your forehead.
Ow!
And stuns you for a second. And he's like, oh yeah, sorry, I was in attack position. I guess you weren't paying attention, but that's all right.
Touche, okay.
Yeah, so don't hit your teacher.
Sorry.
It's all right, I deserve it.
I was trying to impress you.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go again.
All right.
Slow. Do everything slow. You're always in such a rush.
It's so... Okay, fine.
All right, and once again, the two of you begin to... And then you begin to freeform it a little bit.
Boring.
Slower. I don't give a damn how boring it is. You're going to get down to basics. And you guys, you see just flecks of this memory as you two train. Butch has never told you where he learned Kung Fu. He never told you how a man of his size and his lifestyle, where it was that he trained to become so proficient in bow staff. But he strikes poses sometimes and achieves a level of elegance and dexterity for a man his size is impressive and a little shocking. And it's what's gotten him the reputation. It's why no one approaches him. And it's how you two have bonded, being that you're the only one that stood up to him and demanded to be trained.
And no one ever suspects the pull stick.
And again, you guys are going over. And as the training session starts coming to an end, he stops with the pull stick and he's like, so, I need to talk to you about something. And I admit that I was waiting until we were done working out so you wouldn't be so fired up when I told you this, because I know you're not going to be happy about it. Those kids you're giving money to, I know about that.
It doesn't hurt anybody.
It doesn't hurt anybody until someone finds out that you're giving money to kids. I'm just saying, it doesn't hurt anybody right now, but if you're going to do this line of work, Lindy, you don't want to drag people into it. And they'll get dragged into it, one way or the other.
That's the whole point of giving them the money, Butch, so they don't have to come down and do this too.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know what your intentions are, but I'm telling you, anytime you hand off money you got from doing what you do, it's dirty. And somehow it's going to get back. I don't know how, but somehow it's going to get back to them. And people are going to find out you're doing. What if somebody doesn't like a call you make one night while you're running the game? What if someone doesn't like that call? What if it's a night of gambling and someone doesn't like a call you make? What if a die gets cocked? What if something goes wrong and someone wants to blame you for it? What do you think they're gonna do, Hops?
What? I can take care of myself.
You
It's
can
fine.
take care of yourself, but who's gonna take care of the kids? Because I guarantee you, the people you're messing with, they'll hurt a kid if it means they can hurt you. There's just some things that staff ain't gonna stop.
All right,
You just gotta
I'll be
careful.
more careful. I'll be more careful.
You're not gonna be careful.
I'm going slow.
Look, I know you. I know you're gonna keep giving them money, and I'm just telling you, if you're gonna do that, just be aware. People can find some really creative ways to hurt you, especially doing what we do.
All right, I'll watch my back.
You understand that I'm also saying that if you keep doing this, you're gonna have to watch their back too?
All right.
Hey, I'm proud of you.
Thanks,
No,
Butch.
you're doing good stuff, and what you're doing for those kids, it's good. But
It's just for a little while longer till they get through the next year of school. That's it. They just needed a little help.
let me ask you something. Why them? Like, why these kids?
So they don't turn into me.
Well, you're not so bad, Hops.
Yeah, Butch, but this life isn't very glamorous or anything, you know? Just, I don't know. They just need a little pick me up or something, you know? It's the circumstances, you know, whatever, the corporations, they don't care about some of the people around here. And, you know, those kids didn't do anything. The last thing we need is another, you know, couple of 12-year-olds running games.
Yeah. I mean, I can't argue that. Just be careful, okay? Because you're one of the best we got. And you're building a reputation.
All right.
And people are starting to trust you.
All right, I'll be careful. No one will ever know. This is the last you're ever going to hear of it, see of it, nothing.
All right? I'm starting to trust you. I mean, I'm teaching you my moves.
You got good moves, Butch.
I've got trained a long time. I better have good moves. You're not doing bad, though, and I'll keep training you since you seem to be serious about this. But just be careful, okay? And I know I've said this before, but whatever you do, don't tell anybody about what we're doing down here.
Okay. You think you're gonna get in trouble?
No,
You scared?
I am scared. I'm scared that someone's gonna come along and say, hey, I noticed you know how to handle yourself. Here's twice the money you're making right now if you go hurt someone for me. And when you say no, they're gonna say, well, now I made you an offer, and you said no. This life has a way of dragging you down. And I've done things, Hops. Done a lot of things, okay? And
You're just a big teddy bear, but
you slug him on his shoulder, and he's just like, yeah. Just be careful, that's all I want. You taking me seriously?
yes, I am.
You're a good kid, you know? Your dad would have been proud of you.
Okay, let's go again.
You got another round in you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know how to take a hit, I'll give you that. And he goes back down and picks up the pool stick and just goes, yeah, just give me a second here. Just gonna... yeah, man, that subway dust, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It gets in your face.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Subway dust, yeah.
Yeah.
Last week it was allergies. All right, come on.
LA has bad allergies. You've heard of valley fever.
I know. Yeah, pollen. Okay, come on, Butch, let's go.
I'm gonna hit you hard now.
Uh-huh.
And the sound of clacking as you guys go back, as the bow staff training resumes again and again. Hours of training, Butch's words ringing in your ears. The relationship you build with him, it becomes a mixture of memories as you're remembering his voice. It's been a while since you've seen him. You're not really sure what he's up to these days, but you're hearing that familiar clacking sound again and again. And you hear his voice saying, okay, hold it, Lindy, hold it. Do you got it? And there's a hand putting kite string in your hand. Hold it. Make sure you're holding it. Your father is leaning against you, and he's pointing up. He's looking up at this kite as it's being battered around by a high-speed wind up just above the treetops. He's like, have you got it?
Uh-huh.
Have you got it? Okay, I'm going to let go.
Let go?
It's all yours, sweetie. You got this.
Oh.
And the kite just kind of catches in the wind. It just hovers above 50, 60 feet above, being batted around. He's like, that's good. You got to feel for it. You got to feel for the wind. No, you're good at this. This is good. I'm going to have to take you chasing sometime. Don't tell your mother I said that.
Really? Can I go?
When you're older, I'll take you.
I can hold the senses. I can organize the chords. I can,
You can hold the senses and organize the chords. You can also film. There's all sorts of things you can do. Yeah. Oh, I'll let you record it. Is that what you want to do?
Uh-huh.
Yes, baby, I'll let you record it if that's what you want to do, okay? And then maybe one day when, your mother recovers from the series of heart attacks we're going to give her, I'll let you drive. But we'll get there one day, okay?
Okay. I can't reach the pedals yet, Dad. So
that's in the
first
future.
I'll record and make you a movie star, and then I will drive.
And as the two of you are going back and forth, you become aware of a presence approaching you both from behind. And you turn and you see 3 corporate security guards approaching. And your dad says, oh, hold up, sweetie. And he turns around and he says, hello, how's it going, gentlemen? Not to be presumptuous, I apologize. Can we help you? And one of them steps forward and you hear a voice underneath the helmet say, there's no flying kites in corporate LA parks, sir. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take your kite, and I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I says, oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna go for my wallet here.
This is for research.
He doesn't stop you, he just smiles at you and looks back at the corporate security guards and he says, I'm actually employee of Pyramid Star. And he hands them the ID and he looks at it and goes, sorry, sir. And he hands it back. It's not a problem at all. And they raise their guns and open fire. The gunfire erupts. And it is an immediate flash to you're on the transport right now. You're on the transport. Jerome is exhaling and you're seeing the blaster fire. It's almost like it's happening in slow motion as plasma rounds are popping off from these mutants that are firing at you and the rest of the team as you're suddenly reliving the last few hours of your life. Everywhere around you is violence, and you can hear the clinking sounds of bullet shells clattering against the floor of this transport. And then the exhale of Jerome. His face looks demonic. It's like your memory is twisting it to represent the horror you experienced, but nothing is compared to the look on Anton's face as he looks into your eyes, completely helpless, unable to help you as you gag and reach out for him. The look in his face is haunting. And then you hear the voice, Lindy, it's okay. It's okay. Get up. And you feel your father once again put his hand in your hand. And you're a little girl again, and he's picking you up off the grass. And you're alone in this park. And he says, Lindy, it's okay to be afraid. You know that, right? It's okay to be scared. It's always okay to be scared.
I don't want you to go, Daddy.
As you say this, it's like a rejection of the memory, and now all of a sudden you're aware that you're speaking to the image of him. And the park around you begins to grow dark, and he says, Lindy, I'm not going anywhere.
I don't have to wake up.
You don't have to be afraid, especially of yourself. And he puts his hands on the sides of your face and he says, don't worry. The storm took me. But you took the storm. You all in the hospital room, in the research lab, you begin to see a little like a flow of electricity beginning to emanate from Hops' skin as her eyes begin to slowly open from the procedure. And you hear the medbot say, "We have consciousness. She's coming around, Operator Lacey."
Thank you, Hops.
Stabilizing. Hops, you wake up, and the water from your tears that are cresting the sides of your eyelids immediately catch the electricity that's flowing over, and there's little sparks.
Oh my God.
And Anton, you see your best friend open her eyes. It's been about 45 minutes.
I should have never made fun of you. I should have never given you that stupid train. I had a real present for you.
What?
And I left it at home.
Calm down.
And I gave you
Lindy,
the train
Lindy,
and I
shut the
made
hell
fun
up.
of you.
Lindy, stop. Lindy, stop. Calm down. Calm down. Just breathe. It's okay. Calm down.
What happened?
It's okay.
Did we get him?
It's okay.
Is he gone? Did we get him?
Lindy, you're safe.
Where's my staff?
Fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Calm down. Breathe. Your only job is to breathe, okay? Okay. You're okay. Is she okay? Is she all right? What's happening? What's going on?
She's awake. She's alive. She's not dead. That's what's happening.
What's all this? What's this?
Punch a hole in the wall.
What's this
Fine,
thing?
it's
What's this
fine.
thing in my head? What is?
Leave it. It's medical shit. You have to leave yourself alone for a second, okay? Calm down. Your only job is to breathe.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Slow down.
That's it.
Okay.
You're okay. Are you all right?
I don't know.
How do you feel?
I think I need a nap.
Yeah, you do.
Yes! Oh my
Oh
God!
my God.
When were you gonna tell us?
I should have said something. I don't know. There was so much going on, and
It's
I just-
fine. It's fine.
there's a lot of
It's fine.
happening, and I
Calm
just
down.
thought I could.
Calm down. We're gonna figure out what's going on with your powers and why you were able to go almost a month without sleeping.
Oh my God. No more cafecito for you.
I thought it would help.
Fine. It's okay. Just breathe, okay? You're back.
On that note, behind you guys was Sal holding a pot of coffee and goes, "Oh." Moves out of the doorway, and Oniko just leans her head in and starts watching.
We're so glad you're okay.
Did we get him? Did we get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? Where's Tchaikovsky or whatever?
Koshi?
Yeah. Catch. Yeah.
He's gone.
Camouflaged with that tech that I really want and flew off into the somewhere.
He's pretty
Full of
sexy.
bullet holes.
This is not the right time to talk about that.
Oh my God, are you
Little
okay?
heart emojis are appearing on everyone's heads over there.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You look bad. Fine. You should be lying here too.
How did you do that?
That's true.
Flying thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it snaps back to your memory that you teleported twice.
That was amazing.
What the shit? How did I do it? I don't know. You did like a thing and you were there and then I was like, oh crap, and then I was there
You
and
should have
then
seen it. Oya froze the guy. They put him in back. They put the wall up. Lacey threw like 7 planes.
what?
And you talked us through the entire thing.
You fell. Then I was falling, but then I wasn't falling, and you kept falling, and then I.
Calm down. Just calm down.
Okay.
Hops, for the first time since you can remember, a wave of exhaustion just suddenly washes over you. And you find yourself in that terrifying position where there's that cold feeling creeping up the back of your neck and you start to get tunnel vision like you're about to black out.
Hey, lie back down. Naps are good.
Okay.
Naps
Okay,
are really good.
I lied. You have 2 jobs, okay? Your first job is to breathe, and your second job is to rest.
Okay.
It's the only multitasking you're allowed.
I have a birthday present for you.
Okay, that's completely inappropriate.
It was
right now.
not-
It's not at all important.
It was not
your
a train.
I-
But I didn't give it to you. What was the present?
Are you talking about when we were kids? She's talking about when we were kids.
Yeah.
The last time I saw her when we were kids.
I didn't mean to leave your party,
It's fine.
but it was so much better.
It's okay. It's okay. Just breathe and rest. Can we bring her some food or something to drink?
Whiskey.
Maybe something else?
No.
Maybe like some tea or something?
I don't know. Get hurt.
Pineapple juice.
My hair.
I run to the kitchen to get some.
Juice of champions.
Okay.
Funnel cake.
Oniko follows you, and as you get to the kitchen, she just stands back and she's kind of shifting left and right and just looking a little. I mean, it's unusual to see Oniko even moving this much, but she's not saying anything, and she's just kind of like moving back and forth, and like someone who's got a lot of energy with nothing to do, and she's watching you pour the pineapple juice, and she's nodding. And as you put,
Are you okay? We left you for a long time. It felt like a long time, but
she signs and says, "Oh, I'm fine."
okay. I'm glad you're here with us.
She nods and she says, "I." Signs to you. I'm still trying to figure out what that means.
You have as much time as you need.
You're busy right now. But when you're not, I really, really, she signs with emphasis, really want a new name.
Of course.
And she nods.
That's your decision, and we can help if you want, give you some ideas.
She looks a little overwhelmed by that. Suddenly
Yeah.
she just goes,
I mean,
and nods.
when you're ready, yeah.
Nods. Again, just, how can I help?
I poured 2 pineapple juices, so
She takes it and begins to drink.
self-care is very important right now.
Thank you.
Have you slept? Go take a nap right now. That's how you can help.
She takes the pineapple juice and walks down the hallway.
Nap time for everyone.
You just made Sam so happy, Amy. And she moves down. She glances at the laboratory bay from all the commotion still going in there, but she seems to actually kind of like the idea of going to take a nap because she just keeps going. She kind of glances at it and just kind of sips the pineapple juice and just turns right into one of the quarters. Not one of the sleeping quarters, but definitely one of the areas where you could lay down if you wanted to take a nap.
Go back in with the juice.
Okay. A few moments later, Oya is by your side with a glass of cold pineapple juice.
For brevity's sake, can we say that we all caught Lindy, brought her up to speed with everything that just happened?
Yeah.
She's very fast.
Kind of caught on. LAPD arrived. Jerome got his ass kicked.
Good.
There was an amazing punt.
I can imagine Jerome's back in custody where he belongs. Like, we could probably find that out somehow.
Yeah, the news is going crazy.
Okay.
A lot of what happened in the skies over Los Angeles was being filmed live.
Oh, goodness.
And you see a very familiar news anchor sitting at her desk covering everything that just happened over the skies of Los Angeles. You see like shaky cam footage of these 2 transports flying side by side. And as you're watching, Cass, you kind of, kind of watch yourself leap 80 feet from one transport to the next transport. You don't know how you landed it, but you just watch the little figure of you, and it's clearly you. Because you can see your jacket flailing behind you and your arms outstretched with your legs like an Olympian, just like stretched out and just bam, landing on the top of this thing.
My hero.
And the commentary is just, I can't believe what I'm seeing. It looks like a movie, folks. This is real. This was recorded not more than an hour ago, just above the 10 freeway and the 10 sky lane. We're gonna do another replay of this over and over. You can see here a battle erupted between 2, I guess, factions over the city of Los Angeles. Apparently an attempted prisoner break. And it looks like there was intervention. I don't think it's a lot of speculation required. These are the same people during the tower rescue after the earthquake. Would you say that's correct? And you see a lot of news anchors says, absolutely. I've never seen anything this incredible before. And I wasn't sure if I was going to believe the rumors, but now we have live footage. There is no doubt in the mind, as crazy as it sounds to the rest of the city of Los Angeles, there are super beings among us, and there is no doubt any further. I it is absolutely incredible. There are these posts, as you can see here, that we got pictures and footage. It's going viral right now. We've got comments coming in, and they start showing internet comments, and that's always really helpful to a news report. And as it just comes flowing in, as they start doing commentary on what people are saying. And again, you guys are catching flashes. You see Amelia, you see the bank. You're watching the flash of gunfire. A lot of the action took place inside, so all of it's missed. However, there is a quick clip of what looks like a flying car and a man blowing somebody else's head off on the news.
I can't believe I slept through this.
Pixelated. And you see people on the ground level saying, we are getting reports in. I am getting eyewitness accounts that describe what looked like a woman kicking a man out the back of one of these transports. All of the witnesses swear that this man
Really good idea.
flew hundreds of feet down the street before just being destroyed in the car. And what's even more disturbing, we have footage here. If you want to take a look, it looks like these are old corporate security guard uniforms, and it shows footage. Apparently, as the cops were arriving, some of the citizens on the street ran up to the guy who'd gotten smashed into the windshield and filmed it. His helmet had been smashed in, so they're seeing live footage of this mutant on the news. Going, I don't know what this is. It doesn't look human. LAPD arrived shortly on the scene, shortly afterwards, and the news reports just keep flowing in. Lots of eyewitnesses accounts. Some of the footage is blurry, but you're seeing very obvious images now of y'all on the street running from the transport to the transport and getting in. There is one person, however, that has a glowing skull mask on, and there's no identification on that. But like everyone else, like you guys are watching yourselves on television.
Like you can see our faces.
Mm-hmm.
Has my hair always looked that weird?
That's a weird way of pronouncing awesome.
My arm was so dangly. Why didn't you put me in a little bit more flattering position or something?
But you are listening to
That's a very bad angle, Anton.
the commentary is largely positive. You're hearing people say, whoever these people are, they were obviously trying to stop this man from escaping. We already know some things about Dr. Jerome Morrow. We know that he's a former employee of Cassium. We know that he was guilty of crimes that have yet to be unsealed from court documents. We do know that it's launching a federal investigation right now into the activities of Cassium. That has, of course, been a hotly debated topic. But this adds a whole new level. Clearly, whoever these people are, they're looking out for us. And then somebody at the other end of the table says, well, you can look at it that way, but I see somebody who's capable of jumping and punching and doing things, and starts going into the fear-mongering slant of like...
Phase distant deactivation.
What's that? The TV turns off, just shuts down.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wow.
And your phone starts to ring. All of you are getting calls. And it's Mendoza's number. Yeah. Mendoza popping up on everyone's communicators.
Put him on speaker.
On the screen.
You see Mendoza's face going, holy shit, guys, holy shit. Holy shit. Are you guys okay? Are you all right?
Define okay.
And at that point, he can when you pipe up, he gets a visual of you laying back in this bed, and he goes, "Oh my God, what happened? They were breaking Jerome out, and you guys stopped it? Did you guys stop it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
Are you okay? Everyone's okay? Hops?
I am now, thanks to them.
God, y'all are badasses. Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm looking at the news. Holy shit. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Costa said that we should talk to you.
Yeah, we caught wind that there was a fight going on above the sky lane, so we sent Kotschi.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, thanks for that.
We didn't know you were showing up, but if you hadn't, there's no way he would have gotten the job done.
And vice versa.
He did murders.
Oh, yeah. No, that's kind of his thing. He does that. Yeah, I mean, people have been able to talk him out of it. Anton being one of them, I think. But for the most part, Yeah, that's what he does. Unless you tell him not to, that's kind of what he does.
I thought we shut down the experiments that we're making. Those, I guess, not.
Is that what those guys were?
They could have been. They could have come from before we shut them down.
Secondary facility, maybe.
Yeah.
How many more facilities are there?
Well, if there are any more, they're probably getting shut down right now. I don't know if you heard the news, but there's a federal investigation into Cassium right now. They're probably trying to clean everything up.
Wait, really?
Really?
Yeah. No, you guys, how long have y'all guys been away from the TV?
It's not going to do any good.
Corporate LA is under attack. The only thing we've been watching on television right now is the federal government and local governments getting involved. And of course, we saw Kylan getting reinstalled. So we should probably talk about that at some point, but I'm just glad y'all are okay.
It's okay. He has parental controls on his corporate access.
I'm not touching this. Mr. Krause was a little surprised by your decision to put him back in control of Pyramid Star, but you guys can work that out. I'm just the middleman.
Oh, there's a lot of surprise.
I mean, there's not really a handbook for this kind of stuff. We don't really know what we're doing.
Hops again. As you start talking, that wave of exhaustion hits you again, and it's not any less than it was last time.
Rest.
And he just says, look, you're busy. Why don't you reach out to me when you're done here? I'm glad you're okay. Get some rest. Contact me when you got a moment, okay? Everything's fine on my end, I can tell you. But, yeah, we'll catch up when y'all rest. But, hey, listen. That was a hell of a thing what y'all did. That was a hell of a thing. If that bastard had gotten out, the people he would have probably killed, that was a hell of a thing. Goddamn heroes. And he shuts down.
Bye. Hey, Florence, do you want to meet my friend Cass?
Yes, Operator Lacey.
This is Cass.
Hello, Cass. I am a friend of Operator Lacey. I am a medical bot. If you need any medical attention, I will be your medical bot.
She does.
What is the problem, Cass?
Oh, just a couple.
Confusion. Typically from lack of sleep or possible head trauma.
Definitely confusion. Also contusions. Lots of contusions.
You're not the first one to say this.
Cass, may I have your permission to examine you?
Keep working on Hops.
I'm fine. Look,
Operator Lacey.
do a little spark.
You know, Florence is very efficient and Hops needs to rest right now. So I think you should become acquainted with our new friend.
Hello, Cass. I am Florence, a medical bot. And if you ever need me, I'm your medical bot.
Oh my God, make it stop talking.
Never.
Can you lower its volume a little bit?
No.
Anton's full of bullet holes.
Absolutely not.
I move Anton in front of it. Bullet holes.
Technically, these aren't holes. These are little indentations, and then my body, like, pushed them out.
Your whole body was smoking.
They're plasma burns.
Well,
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
just
Oh,
say
yeah.
that about other people?
They're plasma burns.
No idea.
And it Hops at that point, you realize Anton has been shot.
That's why I was just like, what the hell, Anton?
Mostly on my
Scorch marks.
legs and my butt and my legs and my
Fix
butt.
his butt. You were shot? Your butt was shot? Oh my
really are a
God.
badass.
Anton, when you like balloon like that, did it feel like you were full of gas? Like when you have to, you know?
No,
Like, go to
it
the
kind of
bathroom
feels
stuff?
like, do you know when you hit a downward facing dog and
Oh my
it
God,
feels
you do not.
really
Yoga.
good? What?
Nothing.
What?
It was a
That's
joke.
a good frame of reference. A
It
lot of
is.
people do yoga. That's a good, well, it's,
What did you
It's how he keeps his butt tone,
you're able to get a lot of
apparently.
stretching. It felt like a good stretch, is what I'm saying. But then I
Really?
got
It looked like it
plasma
hurt.
shots, and then it did hurt a lot.
Yeah.
I think one of those shots went right into what essentially is my butthole when I'm at that.
That's a
shape.
valid point of entry.
I mean, no, thank you. I would pass on that. So that one hurt a little extra more.
I can't believe you did that shit.
At that moment, out of nowhere from behind you, miraculously, you just hear a very deep voice from a very large figure of Sal just go, "Golf."
What? What?
Excuse me?
What's that?
What? Say again?
Golf.
Golf?
Hole in one?
Like this?
Golf?
Like
Are you making a joke?
Oh my God, Sal, make a joke.
High five! I'll do the high five.
Jump.
Yeah!
Slap him.
That's actually a pretty good one.
Very good.
Coffee.
Very good.
Coffee.
Coffee.
And wanders out
I'll
the
help
room.
you.
Okay. Hello, Luma.
As I'm walking away, my hair just keeps turning into Hops's colors.
Okay, just like fluctuating back into Hops'
Yeah,
colors over
just
and over.
it's like slowly fading more red with leaving bits of my white.
Okay.
Can I catch you on your way out?
Yeah.
I can't explain it. But it feels like we only made it because you were talking to us. Thanks.
You see tears. I wish I could help more. And keep walking.
Cass. Luma's everyone's friend.
Yeah, she is.
And follows after Luma.
I feel like a hero.
Hops, why didn't you tell us you weren't sleeping? We could have helped.
Typical Hops. Linda's always been like that.
I figured it would just like happen when it happened, you know? Like, and sometimes I could lay down for a little while and, you know, I don't know.
Well, all of our bodies have changed, to be fair, in ways that are not documented anywhere, so.
Maybe you can figure something out to, I don't know.
I would love to help.
Thank you.
Also, can we rest for like 1 to 10 hours, please?
I was hoping to, like,
That's a strangely specific time.
Yes, I'm feeling somewhere between 1 and 10 hours I would like to rest.
I would like to do closer to 10.
Okay.
that's the thing is I don't even know, like I feel, this is the first time I've actually felt tired, but I still don't know how to
Sleep?
turn it off. Yes.
So you're saying that even if you feel tired, which you do right now, you don't think you could fall asleep?
I don't know.
How about you try?
I can try. I just...
Great.
Just watch marshmallows leaping over a fence. Count the marshmallows.
Oh, marshmallows.
Oh, I wish we had some marshmallows right now.
That would be good.
My
What
trick
if you
is,
give like a big zap? Would you get tired?
Wait, what do you mean? Like, give out a big zap? I mean, I tried everything. I mean, I've tried to wear myself out. I've put a whole bunch of energy into like a bunch of batteries, a whole bunch. I don't know. I've been trying everything.
Okay,
I've been getting a lot of
asking us.
I've been getting a lot of reading done. All right.
my trick is always to try and stand as completely still as possible.
That would drive me crazy, Anton.
Until my body. You gotta let me finish, Lindy.
Sorry.
Jeez, that's why you always jumping the gun. If you stay as still as possible until your body is so uncomfortable in that position that the second you relinquish, the second you release, you'll be so comfortable you'll fall over and turn over and fall asleep.
She's right. That sounds awful.
Yeah, that
Is that
sounds
how you
horrible.
fall asleep? That's like, you're like a horse, except
Sometimes.
you fall over it.
No, horses fall asleep standing up.
Yeah,
I
but
do this
you're,
lying
like,
down.
Trying to fall asleep like you're a horse standing up and then you just pass out. I don't
my-
understand this.
Oh, we definitely do that next time he does that? Because that we could.
No, I'm
it'll
just
be like
lying.
cow tipping. We just
No,
knock
I'm
him
not-
over.
I'm not standing up. I'm just in my bed. I'm just describing
said
what it's
standing
like.
up.
No, I said standing still.
You said you were like,
I play back on the video where you said that.
What did I say?
Comes back up on the screen.
What did I say?
I believe you did.
Stand still.
There's definitely standing
Up?
in the
I said
sentence.
We heard the
Up.
standing part.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
know.
everyone. I just got shot a lot. Did I flub a word?
you get shot in the head
Whoops.
too?
That's a good enough excuse to make fun of me.
Oh my God.
At about that point, Luma,
Stupid.
Yeah.
if you come back in
I
with
have hot chocolate with mini marshmallows.
How'd you find them?
There are marshmallows. Figured maybe something warm.
You sit up, Lindy, and it is your body. It is interesting because ever since you've been injected with this energy, your body has been nonstop. And it's been a long time. It's felt like forever since you've actually felt any aches and pains in your body before. But, oh man, yeah, you're feeling it right now. But as you sit up, the warmth of the mug emanating between your fingers and just the feeling of heat on your palm, it's very calming.
Mm-hmm. And I just think back to that one moment where in my, I guess, dream, that it was the warmth of my dad's hand for a second. That was nice. It's too hot. I'm just gonna wait till it cools off.
We're all watching.
I know. I'm like, you guys are freaking me out over here. I'm okay. Stop looking at me.
We know you can take care of yourself, but we gotta take care of each other.
Your hair.
What?
It's matching mine.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
You did get a little, like, Callisto glowy when you touched her earlier.
Callisto glowy. What do you mean?
Yeah, it has a distinct color.
There's a zap.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Not,
zapped me?
Not a hop
What?
zap.
Oh.
That's how I could tell.
I don't know.
Maybe it did a thing.
I just really wanted you to wake up.
So say
It
we
worked.
But now I kind of want you to go back to sleep.
Yeah, you need
Didn't work.
I could read the most boring thing I have. The Baldwin Island Municipal Codes. I'm sorry, I know your dad worked hard on these.
Oh.
Section 1, Part 1.
And I'm out.
I do have some ideas. I could
Like what?
try some things. I mean, my first thought was maybe transcranial magnetic stimulation.
I have no idea what any of those words mean. My first idea was to have Cass hit me.
What?
I was gonna ask you before the whole fiasco of us going to break Jerome out of
That's not
the
a good idea.
thing, but
I'm glad you were gonna ask, but I
bad
would have
sleep.
said no.
well, I was kind of out of options.
Thanks.
It was getting a little. I was even getting a little worried.
Less brain damage, I think, is better.
Good point.
What's that thing you said?
Yeah. What were you saying?
Oh no!
The not brain damage. What?
A real thing. You use a non-invasive magnet, and you can use that to cause an electrical current and alter toward a like small region of the brain. It's super cool. It does cool stuff.
Brain magnet?
I mean, sure. I'll do whatever. Really.
I thought maybe like an electromagnetic would alter the flow of
Like
all the everything going on, and I side by side average brain, Hops' super brain, and those are the labels.
It's like a time elapse where you see the brain, its waves begin to smooth out and change as somebody goes into REM sleep. And spike here and there, but for the most part, you can see a definite difference. The normal human brain wave fluctuates, but it has a healthy REM cycle going through it. You can see a calming and also spiking part where it was conscious. Yours is the exact same pattern, spiking at every now and then, but for the most part, it's on a different, it's like on a higher frequency, and it's constantly going.
I don't know what that means, but it doesn't look right.
That's pretty astute.
So what? You make me like a magnetic sleeping cap or something? Like
That's an option. That's like the least invasive thing I could think of. Just trying different transcranial things to sort of like siphon off some of the electric current from your brain. Just, I don't know, try things.
okay.
If it doesn't work, try something else. But
Can Luma make it purple?
she makes everything better.
Cool. All right. I'm. Let's try it, cause yeah, a nap or a lot of naps sound really good right now, actually.
Okay, a lot of naps.
Like maybe all at once. A long.
A lot of naps at once. May I recommend like 10 hours of nap? It's a very popular number.
That's a great time of nap.
I think so. I mean, generally adults between 7 and 9 hours is adequate, but that is for adults who don't get shot at.
Hops, we should have noticed. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to apologize for. It's just
No, we need to apologize.
We dropped the ball.
we just had a lot going on, so I didn't want. I don't know. We have so much else to worry about.
No.
The last thing you needed was to worry about me counting sheep.
No, Lindy, really, the only thing we have to worry about is each other. That's kind of all we have left. I mean, I don't have my job. We don't have our old lives anymore. We're figuring this out as we go, and all we have, literally, is each other. And then a couple of strays that we picked up along the way.
You're right.
Yeah, you should have.
I'm sorry. I should
You
have
should have
told
checked
you.
in with us, but at the same time, we should have noticed.
I'm mad at you, but I'm mad at us too. I don't know.
Okay, well, let's just say everyone's at fault and everyone's on the same page now and everyone's good, right?
You gotta know, though, Lindy, you don't have to do this alone. You gotta know that. Do you?
I know that now. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I'm glad you're okay.
Me too, actually. I don't think I was ready for the subway.
The what?
Nothing. I'm silly.
Hang on. Last time you said things were nothing and it's okay. You weren't sleeping
what
for
did
like
we
3
just
weeks.
say? What did we just say, Lindy?
Guy, it was like a dream thing, you know, it's crazy stuff, you know?
Is this to do with the present?
Oh, yeah, totally saw that at your birthday party.
What do you mean? Is this what?
It was,
When you were.
guy, it was like a
under-
dream thing, you know? Like, you know, doodaloo, that thing. You know, I was having the.
You were.
Obviously, I wasn't all there.
You were gone for like a
Minute.
Yeah,
minute.
so the medbot yelled at me about it. Yeah, I heard. Sorry, you weren't yelling, medbot. You're just very loud.
Do you remember?
Just hovers there, doesn't move.
Do you remember what happened in that minute? Or were you just asleep?
If I was asleep, I kind of wish I stayed a little longer.
You were past sleep, you were dead.
I'll get to work.
Okay, well,
He leaves to start go crafting.
Then eventually we did get your.
I'm like looking at the patch and everything. I was like, well, I'm not dead now, so we can move past that, and I will get you your real birthday present as soon as I'm able to.
What money? What do you? Why do?
What do you mean? I already have it. I've always had it. It wasn't the train. Wasn't your present, Anton? That was a joke. It was supposed to be a joke, and then I left. And sorry, this is way out of context for all of you. He got a train.
I didn't really have a good sense of humor when I was a kid. I didn't really get.
I was also kind of
stuff.
mean. I'm sorry, but your spelling was horrible.
It got better.
Yeah, it did. That was your present. It was 6 rocks. I know you were interested in all that, you know, things or whatever, and it was 6 rocks, and it spelled out chakra, but it's spelled with an S because you always misspelled it with an S, chakra, instead of the C. It was a joke. Okay. I have the rocks. I'll get them for you. They were in my dresser.
Hops, again, all the activity and talking,
Yeah,
you start to feel that, again, that wave of
I can't see out of my left eye.
I'm gonna go get the purple paint and help Lacey.
Okay. So you don't have to make a crafting roll, is that correct? It's just something you can actually do off to the side with. Is there any kind of expenditure?
That's narratively dictated.
I just wanted it to match my outfit.
Takes more than a difficulty 5 to make this, then I'll have to roll or expend effort.
I think difficulty 5 is probably where I would have put it anyway.
Okay, cool. I expend a free level of effort.
Yeah, I think
and-
difficulty 5 is a reasonable. So you're basically just trying to make this magnet that'll custom fit onto the back of her neck to help her.
Yeah, I'm basically building a TMS.
Right. Okay. So a small
just-
port, but a small port. I mean, obviously the 21st, 19th century version of it, and so it just kind of clips on.
Assuming that in the interstitial period, this was clinically recommended for this kind of scenario.
Yes.
Which is definitely a thing. Future Lacey knows.
Of course. Okay, so in that case, yeah, you'll get your free edge spin, but when you are done with it, Luma adds the Luma touch.
Yeah, I paint the entire thing purple, and then along the magnet, I just do little lightning bolt Z's, like along the curve of it.
Your speed.
It's a Z magnet.
As somebody who has to make art fast and quickly, but cleverly, it takes no time at all. And of course, your fast drying paint just.
Yeah.
And then a few seconds later, and you've got the Z's on it, and it fast dries, and it's good to go. Like Luma, it spends maybe 2 minutes, and then holds it up, and it's ready.
Remember when you decorated Twins' room? You use lightning bolts like that too, right?
They hated it. They immediately drew all over them.
Well, they were like 4. They were gonna draw on all the walls, and
I just wish it wasn't butts over and over and over again.
the butts are funny.
Apparently.
This stuff. Anton said we didn't have anyone, but we have our families and I miss them. I want to see the twins and Sophia and my dad's and your mom and your dad. And
I immediately just fall into your lap, basically, and I kind of thought maybe we were invincible, you know?
I know. I'm super. Now we know how super.
Yeah, and super sucked.
Yeah. Can we go back?
Yeah.
I want to see her families.
Yeah. I just kept picturing Ops' mom's face and having to tell.
Well, it kind of looks like our face right now.
Oh. I don't know what's wrong. I can't hold it together.
I don't think any of us can hold it together right now. Always tell me things. Never ever do the hops thing.
Never. Couldn't anyway. I love you.
I love you. Let's give her this awesome hat.
Okay.
We come bearing hats!
The whole time I'm rambling about rocks. Oh, is it chakra rocks or chakra stones? And do they have to be in a specific size? Because I just got all of them the same size and they had the writing on the top.
I can only imagine what this is like for Oya, just like watching somebody just eviscerate, like completely stumble over this religion, just kind of like, just like.
With the S. And was it 6 stones or 7? Because I thought there was maybe 8.
Please stop talking, for the love of God, please. It's becoming insulting.
Marshmallow.
Just calm down. Oh, look. Look. They got this thing. What is this thing doing?
Oh, that's so cool.
Transmagnetic stimulator / hat.
Transmit.
It's like a sleeping cap.
Transcranial stimulator. Yeah.
I'll let you get it. You can reach
As
it.
I get closer to you, you can.
Okay.
My eyes maybe look a little familiar to you.
Maybe.
They're the same color as your mother's. Yeah.
It works on ciscraniums too.
And this is a hat?
Yeah, it goes on the neck.
The hookup will be.
Okay.
Yeah, they're placed throughout the hat. It'll work. It'll be good.
I don't care how it works, as long as I can go to sleep.
Hope so.
You gonna be okay?
Testing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this gonna knock her right out? Is she gonna fall right asleep, or how does this work?
She should just get sleepy.
Like normal?
Like if you take like a sleeping pillow, kind of sleepy. Like good sleepy. Hopefully. If it doesn't tell me, I can iterate.
Okay.
Yes, they can iterate. Indubitably.
Weird words.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
That feels really good, actually. Hey, where's my staff? Check her pulse.
She just goes right out. You see her life her diagnostics, which are still up on the screen.
Okay.
You see them fluctuate a little bit, but for the first time, you see they stop spiking.
That's what a normal EEG looks like. See, Hops, that was all so.
How do we not notice Hops was never quiet before? This is incredible. This is brand new.
Just punch him.
Draw on her face.
No!
And she
I don't like this. I'm waking up. Never mind. I'm just gonna be paranoid forever. Okay.
What if, but no.
I'd go and grab like a blanket off of a couch or something.
Your arm snakes out of the room, reaches over. You start feeling around, and then you feel a hand grab your hand, and then you feel something being put into it. Something kind of like cold and. It feels like a fabric of some kind, but it kind of has a squeaky texture to it.
Oh, like a space blanket?
Oh.
She comes snaking back, and you're holding a raincoat.
That's adorable.
I mean, that's very nice, but
You're like, yeah, that's cute, whatever. Hand snakes back out again.
oh, okay.
Did Sal just give him the raincoat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Took me a second, but I got this.
I'll fold the raincoat next to Lindy.
Okay.
It's nice thing.
Okay.
So is there any other secret from anybody else that we should know about now? We have a lot of magnets.
I have a little one.
Sorry. How little?
You're getting sleep, right?
I'm sleeping,
Okay, good.
but I'm also like being visited by time travelers, maybe?
Is this related to the hand thing?
Hand thing?
Yeah.
There's hands things.
What hand
There's a
thing?
lot of secrets.
What's happening?
Well, it started with that, and it was just my hand. I think we were on the ship. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but my hand was like in
when you
several
got
different
hurt?
places and times.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah. And then I saw this lady, and I didn't really recognize her, but she was familiar to me. And then she like went off into something, maybe the future or the past. And then I saw this other entity, and I don't know who it was, or I don't know, but
Multiple different time travelers?
yeah, I think so.
Y'all are gonna have to fill me in when I'm awake with all this, okay? Just FYI. Good night.
Let's take it into
It's
the
glitching.
other room. Let's let Lindy go to sleep. Let's let Lindy go to sleep.
Yeah.
You all leave
I'm a
the
heavy
laboratory
sleeper
room.
once I'm
Keep an
actually
eye on her,
asleep.
Florence.
Lights go down.
Night, night, Florence Nightingale.
I shall remain here.
Thank you. Please continue supervising Hops and let me know if there's anything that.
Understood, Operator Lacey. And then its hands kind of hover over Hops's body, and you just see this light from a scanner, a very dim light, and it just stays there hovering.
New friends.
Wait, so what? You've been visited by people? How clear were they? Was this a vision, or did they actually come out of some kind of a time
Are they
portal?
talking to you? Do they want you to do things? Did they hurt you?
Did they interact with you? Did you feel it was malicious? Did you feel it was benevolent? What did they look like? What did they smell like? What did they sound like?
Guys, I can't answer all these questions.
Are you Hops now? One question at
There
a
can
time.
only be one.
It was weird. It was freaky. They're not always clear. They do talk to me, but don't tell me to do things. One of them did give me a weird, like, heads up about something, and I don't remember.
It was telling you to turn on the news.
Yeah, it was. That's what I told you. I think I told.
Right, that was so weird.
On the news, because
The time travelers warned you?
yeah.
So
Maybe it's you guys. I don't know.
is that how your stuff works? Like you're in touch with time travelers?
I guess so. It's kind of cool. I've been wanting to do an experiment.
What?
I was
What
just
kind of
gonna-
experiment?
I was just gonna do it, but now I guess I'll tell you guys since we're being all honest and stuff. I want to just like try to travel and find some of these people, like in the future.
When you say travel, you mean through time.
Little bit, yeah.
Okay, how do you travel through time a little bit?
And how do you know you can get back?
Well, I mean, I don't know any of these things, but whenever it happens, I go into like I feel like I'm in a trance. And it's the same as like when I'm using my powers on purpose, except it just happens to me. So I think they're they're going into some type of like time wave. And if I just put myself in that time wave, then maybe they'll come to me.
I gotta say, you know how we said we dropped the ball with Lindy? I think we've been dropping the ball with Oya big time.
What are you talking about? This isn't crazy. I'm not crazy.
No,
I'm
you're not.
making
No,
sense.
not that way. But I'm saying we all have like very cool and interesting abilities that we can do. But Oya, you can manipulate time. Why haven't we figured that all out yet?
I have so many questions, and on the monitor behind me
you did.
scrolls Lacey's notes of all of their questions.
Subconsciously, it's just like,
So many. It just keeps going and going and going. And then you see what the science in bold and italics and underline and all caps.
We need to prioritize better. I can stretch. Got it. Figured it out. Done. Cast. Strong. Bump. Good. But you can do time manipulation.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Wow.
Is there like space between time? Is that where you were when you're in a trance?
Yeah, that's what I think it was. I think I'm like entering this space, space-time. I don't know.
There are so many physicists who would be so mad. I have so many questions, but I'm asleep.
I feel like if Hops
Deal
was
with being
awake, she would have a lot of questions too. I mean, will you guys help me?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you ever tried to purposely go into the in-between?
No, it's kind of freaky when it happens, but I want to do it.
Yeah, we can set up some sensors and attach clocks to just all of them and figure out if there's like a field effect, how this works. Like, you shouldn't be able to go back. Theoretically, you might be able to go forward because space-time, you fold is weird. But, so many physicists are so mad.
will come back though, right? You'll come back to us.
I hope so. I would try to come back.
If other people can come back.
If Oya has traveled back in time or will at some point, then it's something that will have already occurred, right? Isn't that the theory?
I mean, if it's a closed loop system or a semi-closed loop, that could happen.
So if
There are a lot
Oya
of-
was visited by some being, there's a possibility that you were visited by yourself and you just haven't done it yet?
Did they look like you?
Okay, one of them did, kind of, maybe. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, I didn't recognize
So
her,
maybe
but
Oya can travel back through time.
maybe it was just me way into the future.
That's not
Okay.
just anything. That's amazing. You're
Maybe
a
it
time
was-
goddess.
Maybe it was your kid or your kid's kid or your kid's kid's kid.
Oh my gosh, I think this is gonna...
I never thought I read it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought a lot about it.
I mean,
This is starting to freak me out now.
If we have some kind of an offspring, we might
But this
give our
means
kids powers.
I catch
I don't like
Sal's
that.
eye and make like a little coffee gesture when Oya's getting freaked out.
Sal looks at you kind of confused and is like,
Coffee.
Oh. Yeah, because there was nothing in your hand and you were drinking.
Oh, we're gonna have to teach you about that stuff. That's sign language. It's very important.
Uncle talks with her hands.
Yeah, she's great.
Coffee.
and he starts
Mental
moving
note.
away.
Teach Sal sign language.
Though Oniko at least has a CI, so.
Yeah.
But I know.
the good news is this means you live.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I mean, unless
Yeah.
we test this tomorrow and that test leads you to go back in time to warn yourself, and then when you come back from that test, you die like 5 minutes after.
Oh shit.
Thanks, Anton.
Well, if it didn't look exactly like her, I don't think that happens.
Yeah, I
think
was
you're right.
wearing other clothes, so I'll just wear something specific that was not the same as that
You're
lady.
good.
Oh, so shopping.
Shopping.
No, the point is not to shop, because if you wear something else, then you might in fact become that other person.
Right. Yeah, no shopping.
No shopping.
I
I'm
never
sorry.
thought I'd say that happily.
We're gonna need some kind of a chalkboard and some chalk.
About that point is the towering figure of Sal approaching you again, always with the heavy thudding footsteps of his approach, never stealthy, just
Coffee.
Thanks, Sal.
Welcome.
hands it to you.
So yeah, we need to restock on coffee, and I was hoping maybe we could do that in Raft City. I want to go home.
Of
Probably been
course.
some time since you guys have actually had any contact with your families.
Yeah.
I miss my dads and my cousins. Even Yona.
Even Yona?
Yeah.
That was the.
It's been a while.
Sick.
Well,
It's a good kicking.
been a really long day. Maybe we should all go get some rest. Like Lindy.
I need to actually repair the windshield.
Right.
Yeah.
But also rest.
Rest.
Mm-hmm.
Still got a lot of people needing our help.
After naps.
I'm gonna go check on Lindy.
Okay.
Can I duck aside just for 1 sec on the way back to the room?
Yeah.
It's very briefly, I just duck into another room and I start recording. And I go, hey, Mom, you probably saw me on the TV. Don't tell Charlie. We almost lost somebody today. Almost me too, I think. I love you. Delete.
It's deleted.
That was it.
And that's actually a good stopping point for tonight.
You're still asleep. No, I'm kidding. Come back.
Next week we'll come wake you up.
Oh, thanks.
Discoveries, searching for ciphers, saving the day, saving hops. Everyone get 2 XP.
Whoa.
We're gonna need them.
And thank you all for reminding me why I love tabletop role-playing games so damn much.
Thank you.
Oh, you even got an applause from the crew. All right.
I know.
Yeah.
Remember, they're like
Ollie is
sweet.
super
Into the show. It's really exciting when I'm like just putting her head over her head. So that's our story for tonight. Thank God. Welcome back, Hops.
Thank you, everybody, for not letting me die. I had a character.
Thank you,
ready.
Anton.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Hero.
Anton, for your butthole shield.
Hero of Anton.
Yeah, damn, dude. Like, that was pretty amazing. I knew what you were going to do, and I was like, Hector's going to do it. He's going to totally He's going to totally do it. He's going to have his Miles Morales moment. He's going to let me take this. So real quick before we sign off, of course, I want to give a big shout out. The people that made the show possible this season, really, it's Okie Dokie Dice and Monty Cook Games. Thank you so much for sponsoring season 2 of Callisto 6. Don't forget to check out the Secrets of Silent Streets, which you can catch at theinvisiblesunrpg.com or at montycookgames.com. And Okie Dokie Dice, remember to check them out. You can find them at their okidokidice.com, but you can also see them on social media at Okie Dokie Dice on all the social media platforms. Wow, we will be back next Friday night for another adventure in Los Angeles 2119. Thank you for joining us tonight, Super Punks. We will catch you next Friday. Stay whimsical.